1400 K-Star is KSRR Provo.
Welcome, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Joey Hurley.
And I'm Chris Peterson.
Again, we're out here in Helena, Montana, in this third game of the three-game series against the Helena Brewers. So far, the Owls are 0 for 2 out here in the series. Our last game tonight, we come home early this morning, back to Orem. But tonight's our last game in the three-game series against the Brewers. And the Brewers last night beating us again, this time 5-3. And another short game last night. The loss last night brought the Owls' record down to 12-13. And
we are now 3 games behind Ogden in the South.
That brings us in 5th position in the Pioneer League.
And Idaho Falls, the Chuckers got a game on us yesterday. So they're 2 behind Ogden.
Okay.
Ogden ended up pulling out of that 1-1 tie.
Right.
They were tied with Missoula going into the 6th. I think they were tied all the way even to the 8th before they pulled that off. Unfortunate.
Yeah. Last night's final score, again, Helena 5, Orem 3. The win went to William Inman, pitcher for the Brewers, with a now record of 2-0. The loss, sadly, went to Lennon Murillo with a record now of 0-3. The save went to Richard Brashears for the Brewers, now with 3 saves in the season. Short game last night, only 2 hours and 15 minutes. So what's going on in the Pioneer League? A whole dang lot. Lots of people up there. Mostly a lot of guys in the Brewers are playing tonight. Ángel Sálome, Brendan Caton, and that's pretty much it.
Ángel Sálome, Brendan. Well, you've got some other guys.
Yeah, there's
Charlie Fermain, Darren Ford. Runs scored, stolen bases, stuff like that.
Darren Ford's up there with 27 runs scored. Charlie Fermain with 27 runs scored as well. Ángel Sálome leading in the top 5 of the league with 6 home runs, 35 RBIs, batting average of .440, .491 on-base percentage, .700 slugging percentage. Brendan Caton also with 6 home runs in the season and .500 on-base percentage and a .716 slugging percentage. For your Orem Owls, Heinley Stacia still there with 3 triples. Mark Trumbo with 12 doubles. And Dallas Morris with 10 doubles, 23 RBIs, and 14 extra base hits. That's in the Pioneer League standings. For the team, Orem is batting .289 as a team versus Helena batting now .331, top in the Pioneer League team statistics.
Should I say something here now?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. I'm looking at the total offense and total pitching statistics. There's about a 50-run difference between us and Helena. Helena dominating it, having the most runs in the league with 196 so far this season. Orem comes in at 148. We're somewhere in the middle. One of the big statistics that stands out to me is that Orem leads the league in strikeouts among our batters, 251. The next closest is 20 under that, but then you look at a team like Helena, only 164 strikeouts.
Wow.
Might be the league leader, and it is.
Good
so
grief.
Almost 100 strikeouts difference there. Tells you that they've got some disciplined hitters at the plate. That's why you've got high on-base percentage.
Right.
The first 4 or 5 batters in the lineup are very dangerous. They can hit for power and for average. A lot of speed out there.
Tonight, the umps for the night at the plate, Matt Schaffert, and at the bases, Tim Bretsky. These 2 guys have been switching the last couple nights. I'd like to let you know these Owlz radio broadcasts are brought to you by Ace Mortgage Company, Blue Mountain Insurance, and Marcon Incorporated. We also have other great sponsors I'll mention later in the night. You can also listen to our broadcast on the web at oremowls.com. There is a link on the left-hand side for our webcast, so make sure to check us out on that. You can also email myself or Chris at wingmen@oremowls.com. We'd love to hear any comments you have, or you have any stories about your any family or friends or siblings or children that are playing, anything you want to add or comment about, or just want to chat with us, no problem. Wingmen@oremowls.com. Looks like we're about to do the national anthem out here. We will take a quick commercial break and come on back with the starting lineups for tonight. Come on back.
I'm here at Utah Valley State College with new President William Cederberg. Mr. Cederberg, why is UVSC your choice?
UVSC is my choice because it's a dynamic institution. The faculty are very strong. It's located in a community with strong values, a community committed to higher education, and I think the future is extremely bright here. So as I looked at it, I really didn't want to go to a school that was just maintaining the status quo. I wanted to be a school that was in transition, that was exciting, that was happening.
Okay. As president, what are your plans?
My largest job as president is to help the school and the members of this UVSC community establish a direction for the future, and then to go out and rally support for that direction. I think the future is extremely bright, and UVSC is definitely my choice for the future.
If the Owls are going to compete for the Pioneer League Championship, they're going to need an ace on the staff to lead the way. If you're thinking of buying a home or refinancing, you need an ace of your own. Look no further than Ace Mortgage Company. Our creative loan consultants offer the best terms and unsurpassed professional service. We ensure you get the loan that best suits your needs. Give us a call today at 426-5757. That's 426-5757. Ace Mortgage Company. Absolute commitment to excellence.
1400 K-Star is KSRR Provo.
Welcome back, everyone. The Birds play with the Wingmen. Thanks for tuning in. We're now at the third game in the three-game series against the Helena Brewers. It's time to go over the starting lineup. First for the Brewers, starting off tonight, number 72, Darren Ford, the left fielder. After him, batting second, number 71, Charlie Fermate, center field. Batting third, number 53, Ángel Sálome, the catcher. Batting fourth in the lineup, number 82, Brendan Caton, playing right field. Batting fifth, number 63, Mat Gamel, the third baseman. Batting sixth, number 67, Augustine Septimo, playing second base. Batting seventh, number 68, Ned Yost, the fourth, playing first base tonight. Batting eighth, number 95, Stephen Chapman, the designated hitter. And batting ninth in the lineup, number 10, Scotty McKnight, playing shortstop. Pitching tonight for the Helena Brewers, number 77, Robert Woolley, a right-handed pitcher from Kokomo, Indiana.
From Kokomo?
Mm-hmm.
That just sounds fun, like it should be an exotic place.
Way down in Kokomo.
Now, the Owls are playing too tonight. They've been generous enough to give us a lineup as well.
Oh, sweet.
And leading off tonight for the Owls, Heinley Stacia, going to play shortstop. Playing left field, batting second, Bradley Coons. Playing first base and batting third is Mark Trumbo. Dallas Morris will be in the cleanup spot, playing third base. As a designated hitter tonight, Colby Overstreet. He'll be batting fifth. Right fielder Anderson Rosario batting sixth. Billy Boyer back in the lineup tonight, batting seventh, playing second base. Catching for the Owls will be Flint Whipke, batting eighth. And center field will be Santrell Smith, and he'll bat ninth. And pitching for the Owls tonight is Jose Arredondo.
All right.
Or Arredondo. How you want to go with that. He comes in with a 2-0 record and a 6.11 ERA in his 3 games that he has started.
Pitching for the Brewers, Robert Woolley comes in the game with a record of 1-1, 7.0 ERA, 18 innings pitched so far, and 14 strikeouts. Looks like we're about to get started out here. Batting in the top of the first inning here, scoreless game. Number 14, Heinley Stacia, the shortstop, out of Curaçao, Netherlands, Antilles. The familiar sight out here for the Owls, and let's see what Stacia can do.
Last night's starter was a lefty. Tonight's is a righty. That's why we see so many changes in the lineup.
Yeah,
a lot of left-handed batters. Stacia's a switch hitter, batting from the left side now.
His first pitch is a fastball over the plate for strike one. Watch as it go by. 0-1 count now for Stacia. Stacia comes in the game batting .330 tonight. 1 home run and 13 RBIs in the season.
3 for 10 in the last 2 games with Helena in this series.
Here comes Stacio's 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss there. Fastball in the outside corner. Strike 2 for Stacia. 0-2 count now. No runners on base. Still a scoreless game. Stacia at the plate right now for the Owls. He last played with Trinity Christian Academy. He was acquired last year for the Owls organization.
Robert Woolley on the mound for the Brewers. His last outing, he came out of the bullpen. So he's started a couple games, but come out of the bullpen for a couple games. He went 3 innings in that game, earned a save.
Here's the 0-2 pitch to Stacia. Gets a hold of it. Grounder just into the third baseman's glove, bouncing up into Gamel's glove at third base. Here comes the throw to first, and it's overthrown, and Stacia's safe at first base there.
He would have been robbed if the throw had made it.
Yeah.
That was a great hit, and Gamel did a great job to get a glove on it.
And it looks like they haven't counted that as a hitter error yet.
It should be a hit. Well, they may count the throwing error because of the overthrow, but...
Okay, a runner now on first base for the Owls. Single for Heinley Stacia.
Calling it an error.
Okay, calling it an error.
I call it a single.
So now batting for the Owls, number 15, Bradley Kuhn, the left fielder, coming up to bat here with no outs yet, and a runner on first base. Still a scoreless game out here in the top of the first inning.
Kuhn has been hot.
Yeah.
Over the last 10 games, he's batting .419.
Wow.
Of his 19 hits so far this year, they are all singles. He's just a fast kid. They want to get him on.
Kuhn comes from Willowick, Ohio. He last played with the University of Nashville. He was acquired this year for the Owls organization. Batting .302 coming in this game. And here comes Kuhn's 0-0 pitch. Goes for the bunt, and it catches the outside corner for a fastball, strike one.
Lately, in my opinion, I think Kuhn is the key to the offense for the Owls. He's been doing a great job in the last couple of games getting on base.
Right.
And he's one of the reasons they've been scoring a lot of runs. They scored a bunch in Missoula. They scored 10 in the first game here. 3 last night. Kuhn wasn't in the lineup.
Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Kuhn. This time it's inside, pass ball, and Stacia going to second, makes a slide in there. And the ball goes against the backstop there, and Heinle Stacia safe at second base there, and ball one for Kuhn.
So no attempt there. So a pass ball would have been a stolen base had there been a throw. Well, who knows? They might have got him. I don't know. Ángel Sálome is the catcher behind the plate for the Brewers. Not often you see a catcher with such a good bat, and you wonder, why is he still at this level?
Right.
Catchers can move up if they're good offensive catchers. You know, he's got some things to work on in his defense. They talk about a couple balls that get past him, a few too many. But in the Brewers organization, they have a very average to a little bit below average catcher at the major league level right now, so he's a great prospect for him.
There's the 1-1 pitch, and that one hits Kuhn on the right foot, and it looks like he's hurt. He's on the ground bouncing around. And another pass ball. Stacia advances to third. Kuhn still looks like he's hurt out there. Here comes Aaron Wells, the strength coach. The athletic trainer. His official title. Checking out, make sure Kuhn is all right.
Not a broken toe or anything like that.
Looks like it slammed him on the left foot and bounced up in the air, allowing a pass ball Stacia to advance to third base there. So the 2-1 count. Kuhn's still at the bat right now if he continues to play here. Runner on third base.
He'll walk down regardless. Trumbo's stepping into the box. Getting a little anxious.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely got hit by it. They're going to see if they need to put in a pinch runner or not.
All right, that is the first hit batter for Robert Woolley on the season. It looks like Kuhn going over to the first base there.
Well, he's at least got to go to first base and be on first base before they can put in a pinch runner. Should a pinch runner come into the game. KJ's with him, the hitting coach for the Owls, as well as Aaron Wells. He's going to take a trot down the line to see how he feels running on it.
The managing team for the Helena Brewers, Ed Cedar, the manager, pitching coach Mark Little, the hitting coach Bobby Randall, athletic trainer Tim Steinhaus, and strength and conditioning coach Rick Karash.
Who's going to stay in the game?
Okay.
He's there on first base.
All right, so a walked batter here. Now runners on first and second. Stacia staying at second base over there.
No. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. You're right.
Why did he have to go back?
He can't go on the pass ball with the automatic walk already because there's a timeout called before you reach third.
Gotcha. Okay, so runners on first and second. Now batting number 24, Mark Trumbo, the first baseman. Still a scoreless game, top of the first. Here's the first pitch, and fouls that one behind us there. Strike one for Trumbo.
They may be trying a hit and run here. I know Kochman has been talking about this a lot with his players. Last night they had some trouble putting the bunts down for sacrifice bunts. They also had some trouble with the hit and run. Some of the batters missing that call, some of the runners missing that call, some confusion on some of the signs.
So got runners on first and second there. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Trumbo. High and inside curve ball 1. 1-1 count now.
Kochman was saying also last night, Mike Sosha, who manages the Anaheim Angels Major League level, has requested that every single batter that comes through the system lay down at least 5 bunts and go through at least 5 successful hit and runs.
1-1 pitch is inside for an inside corner, strike 2, curving just a bit inside. 1-2 count now. That's so when they get to the majors, they at least have had some experience with that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And some programs, some of these systems don't require that. The Mariners ran into a problem with that as they played the Angels last year. A player got called up and they asked for a bunt.
There's the 1-2 pitch to Trumbo, high pop fly on the right field into the Helena's bullpen. And first baseman Yost makes the catch over there, way back over by the grandstands, and gets out number 1. Still got runners on first and second base there now with 1 out. And stepping to the plate, number 30, Dallas Morris, the third baseman.
Wind's not playing much of a factor, so.
No. It is about, the sun keeps getting shaded by the clouds, but it's pretty hot out here. Maybe mid-thousands. Maybe 90. I don't know. It is pretty hot and sunny out here. No wind today. Kind of cool right now. It's, I don't know, I guess slight breeze, but not doing this job. All right, runners on first and second. Morris at the plate here with one out. Top of the first, still a scoreless game. Here comes Morris's first pitch, and fouls that one behind us over the grandstand. Strike one for Morris.
Morris, another player with a hot bat lately, comes in today batting .311. Over the last 5 games, he's hit .409 with a home run and 9 RBIs.
Yeah.
23 RBIs on the season so far. Leads the team among the league leaders, too, I believe.
That's right. 0-1 count. Pitcher checking his runner at second. Here's the pitch to Morris. Swing and a miss there. That one just catches the corner there on the outside. Strike two for Morris.
That's hard to be 0-2 in the count as a batter. Now, what I was saying about the Mariners with their call-up, though, back to that story, they asked him to put down a sacrifice bunt, and he couldn't do it. And then when they looked back into it, it turns out nobody in the organization was teaching people, teaching these kids how to really lay down the bunt. And Kochman's big on this.
Some interesting facts I forgot to mention in our pregame. Jose Caldera, our second baseman, got called up to Salt Lake City just this morning, and he's left us maybe for another short.
Last time he was gone with Salt Lake City, it was a 3-day trip.
Right.
Salt Lake City, the AAA affiliate of the Angels, the Stingers.
Here's the 0-2 pitch to Morris, and fouls that one towards the Owlz dugout for still strike number 2. And also Brett Martinez, we saw last night with the wrap around his hand. I just heard today from Aaron Wells, our athletic trainer, that he had bruised the tissue between his forefinger and thumb, bruised that little part in between there from getting jammed with the bat. And
terribly serious?
No, he'll be out for just a couple days, maybe 3 to 4 or 5 days.
This is one of those.
Yeah.
So we won't see him sitting out too long.
No. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Morris. High and inside fastball, and that's ball 1. 1-2 count. Runners on first and second. Morris at the plate right now here in the top of the first, still a scoreless game. Morris comes from Opelousas, Louisiana. Last played with the University of Louisiana at Lafayette. Acquired this year for the Owlz organization.
Where he was the best player on the team, obviously, in Louisiana. Maybe the best player in the state. I don't know.
Here's 1-2 pitch. Gets a hold of it. Grounder into the ground there, blooping up. And pitcher goes for it, but slides. And it looks like a single for Dallas Morris. Advancing now. Bases loaded.
Might as well have been a bunt, but it was a good one.
Yeah.
Just dies between the catcher and the pitcher. Pitcher calls off the catcher, and he can't come up with it himself. So Morris on, and now bases loaded with 1 out.
Cool. All right, now stepping up to the plate, number 12, Colby Overstreet, the DH tonight from Midland, Texas. He's stepping up here with only 1 out and bases loaded in the top of the first, and still a scoreless game out there.
The Owls have to be able to convert on this. Definitely don't want to hit into the double play.
Right.
That's what the Brewers want. But the Owls can't hit into the double play. They've got to get something, at least a sacrifice fly, something to score the runner from third. Stacia's out there on third. Kuhn on second. You got a lot of speed out there in scoring position.
Here's his 0-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball inside. Strike 1. Side corner.
Overstreet's been pretty good lately over the couple games he's played on this road trip. He's now hitting .263 on the season. That's up from around .209 when we started the road trip.
Right.
He doubled his RBI count, now with 8.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fastball outside. Ball 1 for Overstreet. 1-1 count. Still got bases loaded. Scoreless game out there in the top of the first. Overstreet at the plate right now. He last played with Oklahoma City University, acquired this year for the Owlz organization.
He's a real tall kid, and they're trying to find ways to fit him into the lineup. Normally he would play first base. That one, a ground ball through the right side of the infield. 1 run scores. 2's coming around. That gets past the right fielder. 2-run score. Trumbo's coming around. This could clear the bases.
So Trumbo at third. Morris coming in for another run scored. That's 3 runs scored in there off that single hitting into right field on the ground. And so the Owls now lead 3-0 over the Brewers here. 3 more RBIs for Colby Overstreet, now with 11 on the season.
Dang.
Good gracious.
And what should have been a single got past right fielder Caton, and turned into a triple for, Overstreet wound up on third base, and that clears the bases, and that's exactly what we were talking about, needing to get those runners in.
I said Trumbo. It's actually Overstreet.
Oh, Trumbo came home. He scored, but
he wasn't never on base.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Trumbo wasn't. You're right. That was Morris out there.
Yeah. So now the score is 3-0 in favor of the Brewers, and now up to bat here.
In favor of the Owls. 3-0. First pitch fastball over the plate. Strike 1 to Anderson Rosario now.
Oh, you're bad. Rosario's at the plate right now. 0-1 count. 1 out. Runner on third base. Here comes his 0-1 pitch. High and inside there over Rosario's head there. Ball 1.
Had to duck for that one.
Yeah.
Now with the runner on third base, still in scoring position. This has a chance to open up much like the game on Friday night opened up. 3 runs so far. Could be a 4-run first inning. Possible. All the infield up on the grass. They don't want to let Overstreet score from third.
Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Rosario. Swing and a miss there, curving outside, and strike 2.
Rosario is kind of a free swinger.
Yeah.
He's been doing pretty well with it. He does hit .333 on the season, but he also has 19 strikeouts and 0 walks, and that's only in 42 at-bats.
So now the 1-2 count, 1 out, runner on third. Rosario at the plate right now. The Owls leading 3-0 here in the top of the first. There's the 1-2 pitch to Rosario, and fouls that one off the top of his bat towards the backstop. Still strike 2.
Doing the math here, 19 strikeouts and 42 at-bats. That means almost every other time he comes to the plate, he strikes out.
Whew.
A lot of those, if I recall, were in the first week or so.
Right.
He had some trouble there at the plate. He'd strike out about 3 times in the same game.
Yeah.
So he's been doing better lately to bring his average up.
I think it might have come from something about them seeing breaking balls that they haven't seen before, and they're swinging at these breaking balls.
That's true. They also faced a tough pitching staff in Ogden. Ogden had some starters that were very good.
Here's the 1-2 pitch to Rosario, and fouls that one again into the Brewers dugout this time. Still strike 2.
That's what he thinks of the Brewers. Here, have this.
Take that. Line drive to your face. 1-2 pitch, 1-2 count, and 1 out. Runner on third base. Still 3-0 in favor of the Owls here in the top of the first. Rosario still at the plate from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. Here comes his 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the high fastball. Strike 3. And Rosario strikes out swinging. So 2 outs now for the Owls here in the top of the first. Still have a runner on third base out there. That's Overstreet on third. And now batting for the Orem Owls, number 7, Billy Boyer, the second baseman, comes up the bat here with 2 outs. Owls leading 3-0 here in the top of the first.
Billy Boyer didn't get to play last night. He will play tonight. I know he bat switched, but I haven't seen him bat from the left side of the plate since maybe the first week of the season.
Maybe he's starting to get more comfortable in one place or the other.
He wants to dominate on one side.
Here's his 0-0 pitch. That one gets in fastball on the outside corner. Strike 1 for Boyer. Watches it go by. 0-1 count now. So got runner on third base over there. 2 outs. Boyer's at the plate right now. Comes from Auburn, Washington. Last played with the Mesa Angels. Acquired in 2003 for the organization.
He's hitting .244 on the season.
Here's his 0-1 pitch. Another one. Same exact spot there. Strike 2. Boyer watching it go by.
He doesn't like those inside pitches. Seem a little bit off the plate, but they're so close.
Yeah.
And you gotta protect the plate. Don't let anything hit the. I don't ever understand that. Why are you protecting the plate itself? You should be protecting your. I'm done there.
The 0-2 pitch is way outside for ball 1. 1-2 count. 2 outs. Boyer still at the plate here.
Woolley went with the off-speed curveball on that one.
Boyer with 13 RBIs and 3 home runs in the season. And here comes his 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the high fastball, and that's strike 3 for Boyer. That's 3 outs. That ends the top of the first inning. The Owls leading 3-0 over the Brewers. Come on back for the bottom after this.
Welcome to the Pepsi Theater Minute. Today, the story of Langusto and Pesto.
Ah, Langusto.
Oh, pesto.
Cacciatore, lasagna, gorgonzola.
Oh, linguini, la carbonara, calzone.
Scalupini, tortellini al pomodoro, bruschetta, prosciutto, ricotta. Pepsi.
Pepsi, cappellini, salame, pancetta. Pepsi, mortadella.
Calzone. Pepsi.
Pepsi, ravioli, scalopine, minestrone, prosciutto.
Pepsi e scalopine.
Linguini, cannelloni, maccheroni, gnocchi, gorgonzola.
Gorgonzola. Bologna.
Spaghetti.
Antipaste.
Parmigiano, provolone, mozzarella, Pepsi.
Langusto, calamari. Langusto. Pepsi.
Pepsi, food's good. Pepsi, it's the cola.
Pioneer Radio and Sports would like to thank the following businesses who are committed to customer service.
This Owlz broadcast is brought to you in part by Payson Sports and Trophy, Blue Ribbon Quality and Service, by Frederico Landscaping, exceeding your expectations since 1980, by the United States Air Force, Cross into the Blue, by Western States Insurance Agency. Our customers are first class, just like our service, and by Triple T Heating and Cooling, comfort from our family to yours.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. Thanks for tuning in. We're in the bottom of the first inning now. I was so confused that the Owls getting the score there in the top of the first. I wanted to talk about it. The Owls are leading now 3-0 over the Brewers. We're now in the bottom of the first. And pitching out there for the Orem Owls, number 47, Jose Arredondo, right-handed pitcher from Ignacio de la Llave, Veracruz, Mexico.
That's right. They're telling us that the 3 runs that were scored last inning for the Owls, none of them were earned. I'd like to argue that a little bit. I think the first run was earned because Stacia was on third base.
Right.
Overstreet hit a single.
Right.
There may have been a throw to the plate, but I say that's the run. And Kuhn stopped at third. Maybe the other 2 runs weren't earned. Maybe they're right there. But
okay, batting for the Brewers, number 72, Darren Ford. The left fielder, here comes his 0-0 pitch. And he fouls that one towards the net in front of us, and that's strike 1 for Ford. 0-1 count, no runners on base, no outs yet here in the bottom of the first. Owls leading 3-0.
Ford did well to get any wood on that at all.
Yeah.
Arredondo comes in with a big fastball, around 97 miles an hour.
Here's the 0-1 pitch, tries to check a swing, but the fastball goes right over the plate there, strike 2. 0-2 count now, Ford at the plate. He comes from Vineland, New Jersey. He's up there in the Pioneer League with 27 runs scored. He also has a .351 batting average.
Oh, I was looking on the wrong page. You're right, .351.
Here's his 0-2 pitch and fouls that one again into the net. Still strike 2 for Ford.
What Arredondo has to learn here, he can be dominating because he's got lots of tools, but he has to learn how to work the count and work the pitches and get them into the right place and not just try to overpower everybody he sees.
Right.
Some of these guys will catch up to him.
And get used to it, yeah.
His last outing, they caught up to him. He only went 2 1/3 innings, giving up 7 earned runs.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Another one fouled off the bottom of his bat there, and that one hits the catcher. Again, catching tonight for the Owls, Flint Whiskey, number 8 from Louisiana, Missouri. 0-2 count now. No outs yet here in the bottom of the first. The Owls still leading 3-0. Ford's at the plate right now for the Brewers. He last played with the Chippewa, Florida team, a junior college team. Here comes his 0-2 pitch. And fouls that one down to the third base line. Still strike 2.
All of these for strikes. And finally, well, that being the 5th pitch in the count,
right?
Arredondo came with some off-speed stuff. He does have 2 breaking balls that he can throw for strikes. One of those he can throw in the upper 80s, more like an 87 mile an hour. And that's incredible for a breaking ball.
That's great.
But there's a reason he's still down at this level. Like I said, he needs to learn how to work around in the strike zone.
And place it in the right place.
Exactly, and approach his hitters in a different way.
Not just offensively.
Not just a pattern. As he sets into a pattern, then hitters get a hold of him. They dial into that fastball. Breaking ball off the plate.
That one's 2 outside, ball 1. 1-2 count now. Ford still at the plate for the Brewers. Ford came in the game with 11 RBIs and 1 home run on the season. He was acquired in the 18th round in the 2004 draft for the Brewers organization. Got a 1-2 count against him. No outs yet. No runners on base. Owls still leading 3-0. Here's his 1-2 pitch. That one just looked like it was barely outside. Fastball, ball 2.
Yeah, he just missed with that pitch.
From up here, we're kind of looking down at it, and we can see a different angle than the ump, and some of the stuff looks quite different to us. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Ford. Lets it fly. Another one fouled over the grandstands, this over the right-hand field, and that is still strike 2 for Ford.
Ford is such a tough out.
Yeah.
Last night, he singled 3 times in a row?
That's right.
Coming up to the plate?
That's right.
Big part of this offense. And once he's on, he just causes trouble. The guy's fast. He steals a lot of bases. So you just want to keep him off as much as you can. That's one of the problems the Owls ran into last night. Ford was on. There was a couple pitch outs and then a fastball down the middle. They underestimated the hitter at the plate, and he just took it over the wall for a 2-run shot.
There's a 2-2 pitch, low and outside that time, breaking into the dirt, ball 3. I guess you can say they can't afford to get him on base. He's always daring them to get on base. Darren Ford.
Oh, Darren, yes.
Yeah. All right, 3-2 count, full count for Darren Ford here. Still no outs yet at the bottom of the first.
Why do I humor you in these?
You shouldn't. You should just say stop.
I demand better.
Here's the 3-2 pitch. Gets a hold of that one. Grounder past second baseman Billy Borg out in the center field. And that looks like a base hit for Darren Ford, finally getting on.
10th pitch of the inning and 1 at bat. Ford just kept fighting it and fighting it. Such a tough out.
Man. All right, now a runner on first base, still no outs, and now batting for the Brewers, number 71, Charlie Fermain, the center fielder from Vega Alta, Puerto Rico. Owls still leading 3-0 over the Brewers here in the bottom of the first.
Just gets more and more ridiculous as you go down the lineup.
Yeah.
Fermain bats .361. Between him and the batters behind him, 3 batters combined for 17 home runs.
Wow. There's the 0-0 pitch, and it's inside fastball, ball 1.
Along with 55, 65, 72 RBIs. Man, that's a lot. You know why? Because that guy out there on first base, Darren Ford, he's fast. He's scored 27 runs this year.
This is 1-0 pitch. Darren Ford goes for it and slides in, but to no avail. It's fouled behind us into the net. And strike one for Mate. 1-1 count now, no outs. Runner on first base there for Mate to the plate right now for the Brewers. He last played with the Brewers last year, acquired in 2003, and he was acquired in the 4th round. He's up there in the Pioneer League as well with 27 runs scored.
Owls have to be careful with the base runners. Obviously, they would like a double play ball, right. But the infield, the corners are in even further than they would usually be. They're going to throw over to make sure Ford stays on first.
Runner still safe.
Dallas Morris is he's all the way up to the grass, the infield grass, but he'll kind of come back and forth from his position right there. And he's playing it really, really tight because he knows he's got to come up with it fast to be able to get in kind of double play.
There it is, the 1-1 pitch, and that one just gets over Morris out in third base into left field. And a single for Charlie Fermain. That one just a few inches over Morris's glove. He couldn't jump quite high enough.
Had he been playing at regular depth, it wouldn't have been a problem. He wouldn't have even had to jump. It would have been at his face.
Right at him.
Put his glove up, one out. So no outs now, and that's the kind of problems you get with such a fast player like Ford out there.
So runners now on first and second base for the Brewers, and now batting third in the lineup, number 53, Ángel Sálome, the catcher. This guy is all over the Pioneer League stats. I don't even have enough time to talk about all the stuff that he's doing.
But he hits 440 on the season.
That's
we'll just say that.
Good gracious. That tells it all.
Runs.
Here's his 0-0 pitch. Gets a hold of it high, pop fly out to right, deep center field. And it's under right fielder Rosario. Makes the catch out
tag.
there. Here comes the throw into third base. Relays it to Heinle Station at shortstop, but runner safe at third. That's Darren Ford over there on third base. So now runners on first and third base and one out.
Well, at least they got him.
Yeah. That was a nice throw in there, just not quite far enough to get to third base. So one out now for the Brewers here in the bottom of the first. The Owlz still leading 3-0. Now with runners on first and third coming up to bat, the cleanup hitter number 82, Brendan Caton, playing right field tonight out of Fort Myers, Florida.
They got to be careful. That last at bat, Sálome swung on the first pitch.
Right.
And if they can catch up with the fastball on the first pitch, that's what Arredondo's been using, they might be able to pull one of those out of the park. So Arredondo might want to mix it up here.
Here's the 0-0 pitch.
And he does.
That one gets the fastball over the plate there, strike one.
No, that was his higher breaking ball.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's a faster breaking ball than we're used to seeing. So.
All right, 0-1 count now for Caton. Runners on first and third. Caton last played with the University of Miami, acquired in the 23rd round this year for the organization.
The infield's a double play depth. Batter calls time, steps out of the box. He swings it, and he swings hard. Look at him. I'm going to club this ball. I'm going to get it right over. Sometimes I hear him talking to the bat.
I know what you're talking about.
Come on, baby. Do this one for me.
Hit the ball. Do the thing you're made to do.
You were born to hit the ball. You're a bat. That's what you do.
There's the 0-1 pitch, past the ball, getting past Whipkey at catching there, and run scored in, and runner advances to second base there. So now the Brewers on the board with one, and the Owlz still leading 3-1 here in the bottom of the first. Now runner on second base.
That's an unearned run. So supposedly 4 unearned runs in this game so far. Owlz still on top, 3-1.
Yep.
But this also takes out the double play ball. It would have been hard to double up for Mate, who's on second base. He's also a very fast runner.
Yep.
6 stolen bases on the year.
All right, that's ball one for Caton. 1-1 count now. Runner on second. And here comes his 1-1 pitch. And that one's a little too inside there. Fastball, ball 2. Watch as it go by. 2-1 count. Runner on second. Caton at the plate right now for the Brewers. The Owlz still leading 3-1 here in the bottom of the first.
I know Arredondo's got a good fastball, and he's trying to go around the strike zone here. Runner goes.
The 2-1 pitch. Grounder to Heinle Station at shortstop. Makes the throw across the diamond to Trumbo at first and gets the out at first base there. But runner advances to third. That's Charlie Fermain now on third base.
You got to be careful. No more pass balls.
2 outs now for the Brewers here in the bottom of the first. The Owlz still leading 3-1. And now coming to bat, number 63, Mat Gamel, the third baseman from Jacksonville, Florida. He's got a runner on third and 2 outs.
There's so many names from Florida.
Yeah.
I think it's a benefit for all these Florida players to be in this league because Tom Kochman knows every single one of them. This guy just does baseball. That's all he does.
There's the 0-0 pitch, inside fastball, ball 1.
Kochman's originally from Florida himself. Right. He's there during the off season and goes around and works pretty much as a scout during that time with the high schoolers and college kids.
There's the 1-0 pitch, and that one fouled over the left field wall there. and strike one for Gamel. 1-1 count, 2 out, runner on third base. Gamel at the plate right now for the Brewers. He last played with the Chippewa, Florida team as well, the junior college out there. Batting .290 coming into the game.
Must be nice to have a familiar face in the clubhouse.
Yeah. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Gamel. Swing and a miss there, inside corner, strike two.
Good
nice
breaking
pitch.
ball. That one was a slider.
Coming in and down.
He can throw a slider pretty fast, too, in the upper 80s. Wow. Everything about Arredondo is speed.
Yeah.
If he can learn to use this speed and then come up with a changeup that drops down in the 70s,
sweet.
that would just be disgusting. Who would be able to hit that?
The 1-2 pitch to Gamel, this time a little too inside there, ball two.
Just missed.
Well, 2-2 count now, 2 outs. Still got a runner on third base out there. Gamel's at the plate right now for the Brewers. The Owlz still leading 3-1 here in the bottom of the first.
Arredondo can get out of this inning without too much damage.
Comes a 2-2 pitch, grounder towards the Brewers bullpen, and still strike two for Gamel.
Yeah, they'll need to keep this lead. It's so nerve-wracking being up against the Brewers. Like, okay, we've got a lead. But
now what do we do?
The Brewers are still the best hitting team in the league.
Right. And here comes the 2-2 pitch to Gamel. Another one fouled towards the Brewers dugout, and still strike two.
A lot of these batters fighting the pitches and fouling a lot off.
Same at a lot of them been at the 2-2 count and just been fouling off 3 or 4 balls. 2-2 count still, 2 outs, runner on third. Gamel at the plate for the Brewers.
When it seems like they're getting a hold of everything you've got, at least for a foul, you don't know what to throw them.
Right.
And Arredondo's out there going, what do I throw now?
The 2-2 pitch, another one fouled over the left field wall this time, still strike two. Charlie Fermain over there on third base taking a wild leadoff. Coming home, but no good. 2-2 count still, 2 outs. Runner still on third base there. Gamel still at the plate. Came in the game with 1 home run, 7 RBIs. Here comes Gamel's 2-2 pitch. Ooh, that one inside, fastball, ball 3.
Just missed.
Yeah, Gamel checks the swing. Nice control on the bat there.
It's good to lay off of that one. Sometimes, some of these, Arredondo's kind of beating himself.
Yeah.
These fastballs come so much faster than the hitters are used to. If it were for a strike on some of them, maybe they wouldn't have swung anyways.
There's a 3-2 pitch. Gamel gets a hold of that one way into the right field gap between second and first, and a run scored in and a single for Gamel. So that's Charlie Fermain coming in for a run scored. The Owls still leading 3-2 now over the Brewers here in the bottom of the first. And an RBI for Mat Gamel. That brings the total to 8 for the season.
Coming to the plate now for the Brewers is Agustin Septimo, the second baseman. He's a switch hitter. He'll bat from the left side against right-hander Arredondo. Zeke Zimmerman and Flint Whipke are both going to approach the mound, so they can talk to Arredondo for a minute about how to approach him.
You know, folks, when the Owls built their stadium, they went with a contractor that kept an eye on beauty, comfort, and detail. For your next building project, let Marcon Incorporated General Contracting create that beauty, comfort, and detail for you. They specialize in custom new construction, remodels, and additions. Marcon Incorporated General Contracting. Let them take the hassle out of your construction needs. And when it comes to firearms, bearing arms is your right. Gun safety is your responsibility. Never celebrate the 4th of July by firing rounds into the air. Store your firearms out of the reach of children and always use trigger locking devices and gun safes. A community service reminder from Sportsman's Warehouse, located on Riverdale Road between PetSmart and Target, and online at sportsmanswarehouse.com. All right, bottom of the first inning here. Owls still leading 3-2 over the Brewers. Brewers scoring another run. Runner on first base as August Septimo steps up to the plate. His first pitch is breaking into the dirt there outside for ball 1.
And this is kind of rough for me to watch because we talked about the 2-2 count and the 3-2 count.
Right.
That single by Gamel is the second single worked from that kind of a 2-2 count, 3-2 count that he just fouled him off, and then
there's a 1-0 pitch, and Septimo gets a hold of it out in the left field, high pop fly, and left fielder Kuhn gets a hold of that one and gets the third out. That ends the bottom of the first inning. The Owls still leading 3-2. Come on back for the second after this.
I'm here with Alex Nibley and Amanda Pettingill, an instructor and a student from Amber's Battle, the new movie shot at Utah Valley State College. So, Alex, what were your roles on this project?
I wrote the script for Amber's Battle, and I was one of the 2 professors that put together what came to be called the Digital Cinema Boot Camp.
You learn an immense amount, something that you can't be taught in the classroom.
During that time, we produced 2 movies and 1 television show. You know, it's real filmmaking. It's not just kids running around with video cameras.
Amanda, what is it like to be female in this industry?
You are in smaller numbers, but in a way you can use it to your advantage because women will stick out more.
What is the future for film at UVSC?
UVSC has set its sights on becoming the premier film training institution in Utah, if not the whole Intermountain West, and I think they can become one of the best in the country.
I enjoy working on these productions, and that is why UVSC is my choice.
For teaching film production, UVSC is my choice.
Are you hungry for great tasting Mexican food? Take a time out and stop by a local Beto's. Have you tried our burritos and chimichangas? People are voting Beto's food as numero uno in Utah. Beto's has 15 convenient locations in Utah. Most of our restaurants are open 24 hours to satisfy your craving anytime. Check us out on the web at betosmex.com. Stop by any participating Beto's location and receive a Vote for Beto's punch card, which could entitle you to free food. Holy frijole! It's Beto's time.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. Thanks for tuning in. We're now on the top of the second inning. The Owls still leading 3-2 over the Brewers, and the Owls up to bat right now. Coming up to the plate, number 8, Clint Whipke, the catcher tonight. He comes from Louisiana, Missouri, and last played with the Georgia Southern University.
Louisiana, Missouri.
Here comes Whipke's 0-0 pitch. Gets a hold of it. High pop fly on the right field. Looks like it's going foul. And first baseman Yost trying to get underneath it, but it goes foul over the fence. Strike one for Whipke.
Whipke steps to the plate, only hitting 158 on the season.
How many at-bats he had, though?
Only 19.
Okay.
Doesn't get a lot of chances up there at the plate. He does have a home run.
That's right.
Home run, 5 RBIs. Whew. Actually, he scored 6 runs, but only has 3 hits.
Wow.
He's reached bases 7 times in total with 3 hits and 4 walks. Most of the time, he comes around.
The 0-1 pitch is fouled into the backstop for strike 2. 0-2 count now, no outs, no runners on base. Whipke's at the plate right now here in the top of the second. The Owls still leading 3-2 over the Brewers.
Again, it's rough to see the way some of these runs are scored after these fighting off at bats. The Brewers hitters are just good. They're just good.
The 0-2 pitch breaks into the dirt outside for ball 1. 1-2 count now. No runners on base. Whipke still at the plate here for the Owls. He's acquired this year for the organization. Comes his 1-2 pitch. Another one outside low. Ball 2.
I think if the Owls can be patient, they've shown this before that they can be patient in some at bats. If they're patient tonight, I think this starter will beat himself, Robert Woolley, and they'll have more than enough chance with the offense.
2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, fastball inside, strike 3, and Whipke has struck out swinging. That's actually the 3rd strikeout in a row for Woolley, coming if you count last inning.
But they need to be patient.
Yeah.
I'm going to repeat it. They need to be patient.
Well, 1 out now for the Owls here in the top of the second. We still lead 3-2 over the Brewers. And coming up to the plate now, number 23, Stantrell Smith, center fielder from Atlanta, Georgia, batting 9th.
Stantrell Smith batting .280 on the season. They improved his batting average a little bit over this road trip. Got a home run, 10 RBIs on the season. Got his first stolen base a couple nights ago.
His 0-2 pitch just catches the edge of the corner there.
And they say he did not go with the check swing.
Okay. So ball 1 for Smith. 1-0 count, 1 out. Here comes the pitch to Smith. Lets it fly. Gets a hold of it. Grounder to the third baseman, Gamel. Makes the throw across the diamond to first baseman, Yost. And gets the out at first base. 2 outs now for the Orem Owls here in the top of the second. We still lead 3-2 over the Brewers. And coming up to bat here, back at the top of the lineup, number 14, Heinley Stacia, the shortstop.
Heinley singled his first at bat. Came in to score the first run for the Owls.
Right.
Well, all 3 of them scored at the same time,
sure.
Didn't they?
But he was the first one to come in.
Heinley Stacia is now 4 for 11 in the series.
All right. So 2 outs for the Owls, no runners on base. Stacia at the plate right now here in the top of the second. We still lead 3-2 over the Brewers. Here comes the 0-0 pitch to Stacia.
Nope. Stop tugging on that.
I'm sorry, I was pulling on the cord.
First pitch, fastball inside, ball 1. Stacia's at the left side of the plate again, batting left-handed.
Here comes his 1-0 pitch. Gets a hold of it, grounded down the first base line, right into first baseman Yost's glove, and tags the out at first base there. That's 3 outs. That ends the top of the second inning. The Owls still leading 3-2. Come on back to the bottom after this.
Today, more and more people are insuring their homes with us through Auto Owners Insurance. We'll provide low-cost, quality protection, claim service that is second to none, and if you insure both your home and car through Auto Owners Insurance, you'll qualify for additional premium discounts.
Find out more at Blue Mountain Insurance, located on University Avenue in Provo. Give them a call at 373-SAVE. That's 373-7283. Blue Mountain Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance. The no-problem people.
Tacos.
Burgers.
Tacos.
Burgers.
What about pasta? No time.
Sure there is. At Fazoli's, we can build our own pasta starting at just $2.99. It's super fast and super fresh. In about the same time as it takes for a greasy burger, we can build an Italian masterpiece like spaghetti and spicy marinara.
Spicy marinara?
Yep.
Fazoli's.
Cool, let's pick up Cindy.
Karen. Cindy.
Oh, man.
Fazoli's, faster, fresher, better.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome, everyone, back to Birds of Play with the Wingman. We're now in the bottom of the second inning. The Owls still leading 3-2 over the Brewers, and still pitching out there for the Owls. Jose Arredondo so far with no walks, no strikeouts.
Arredondo must have come out of the dugout going, already? Gosh, I was just out there.
Right. Okay, batting right now for the Helena Brewers, number 68, Ned Yost, the first baseman.
The third baseman.
Did I say the fur baseman?
The third baseman. Sometimes plays first, sometimes third. But first base tonight.
Covered in fur.
This is the bottom of the lineup. 7, 8, 9 hitters in the Brewer lineup.
Yep.
Hopefully we can get through this one quickly.
Yeah.
Arredondo doesn't want another inning like last one. He threw 29 pitches. That's almost half of what he should throw in the entire game.
Right.
Those batters will work in the count pretty good.
Here's the 0-0 pitch to Yost. And fouls that one back towards the backstop there, and strike one. 0-1 count, no runners on base, no outs yet here in the bottom of the second. The Owls still leading 3-2. Yost at the plate right now for the Brewers. He last played with the University of Wisconsin, Oshkosh. Acquired as a free agent this year for the Brewers organization.
Here's the 0-1 pitch now.
And lets it fly. Swing and a miss there. High fastball and strike two. Nice.
That's exactly what he needs to be ahead 0-2 in the count. He can't let these pitches... He's got to have a strikeout pitch here. He's got to get something to get these guys out. He can't let them battle back to get a full count and a single.
There's the 0-2 pitch. Yost gets a hold of it, but grounds it foul towards the Brewers bullpen. Still strike two.
Arredondo has only got 3 walks on the season to his 17 strikeouts in his 17 2/3 innings pitched. Didn't do as well his last outing in Missoula.
There's the 0-2 pitch. Yost gets a hold of it right in the gap between first and second into right field. And looks like a base hit for Ned Yost. And now a runner on first base for the Brewers with no outs. And coming up to the plate, number 95, Stephen Chapman, the DH out of Marianna, Florida.
Now they really need a double play. They need to get out of this inning.
Yeah.
That's only one batter, but Arredondo, after a long first inning, cannot get back to the top of that order and face Darren Ford and Charlie Fermain again. They're just too good.
Here's the 0-0 pitch to Chapman, low and outside. Oh, just catching the corner there, strike one. Nice pitch, curving at the last second. Am I right?
Yes.
Good.
Chapman, batting .263 on the season. He's a lefty. Got a couple lefties to face Arredondo here at the bottom of the lineup.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. This one gets him again in the inside corner there, strike two. Watches it go by.
That was a good pitch.
0-2 count.
That was one of those pitches.
0-2 count. Runner on first base. Chapman at the plate right now for the Brewers.
Oh, there's a breeze. A soft breeze.
So nice.
Back
Here's
to
the
that.
pitch. This one, fastball outside, ball one. 1-2 count. No outs. Runner on first. Chapman at the plate right now for the Brewers. The Owls still leading 3-2 here in the bottom of the second.
These players at this level of the minor league, they've got 2 to 3 years to kind of prove themselves, to show that they're developing and getting better. Batter steps out, taking a little time there. Within that time, if they don't, that's pretty much it for them, you know?
Yeah.
The big jumps need to happen pretty quickly. They may spend some time at AA, AAA before they get called up.
Here's the 1-2 pitch there. It's high fastball and strike three. So Stephen Chapman strikes out swinging, and now one out for the Brewers here in the bottom of the second.
Now a double play would end the inning, and we've got another lefty coming to the plate. Scotty McKnight. He's the shortstop, played last night. Only 8 at-bats this year.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Scotty McKnight at the bottom of the lineup, because he usually What was he last night? He was the shortstop? That's right. That's right. Okay. Here comes his 0-0 pitch. Gets a hold of it, grounded to Billy Boyer at second.
Double play?
Makes the toss to Stacia at second, and to first Trumbo, and gets the double play. Nice work. That ends the bottom of the second inning. The Owls still leading 3-2 over the Brewers. Come on back for the top of the third after this.
The Wolverine, or Kulalaskus, makes its den close to the I-15 freeway in Orem, Utah. Its feeding grounds on the campus of Utah Valley State College provides the Wolverine with a plentiful diet of over 32 four-year programs and an array of savory associate's degrees. But the Wolverine's an insatiable hunter and has developed an appetite for larger prey in the NCAA. Its recent forays have already disrupted Division I wildlife throughout the region. The Wolverine's a ferocious fighter, known to defeat animals several times its size. Humans should avoid confrontation with Wolverines wherever possible. Yet, for the sake of research, we went into the Wolverine den to record their behavior.
For decades, the cougar's been presumed by ecologists and athletic directors in Utah to be at the top of the provincial food chain. Now, with the introduction of the green and gold UVSC Wolverines into the NCAA Division I ecosystem, it's evident that, as they say, there's a new color in town.
One of the unsung heroes at the ballpark is the groundskeeping crew, and it's up to them to ensure the field looks its best on game day. While your yard may not take the same pounding as the turf at a baseball stadium, it still deserves professional care. More Utah County residents rely on the pros at Frederico Landscaping Incorporated. They're now celebrating their 25th year of providing custom residential landscaping. For all your landscaping needs, including water features and grounds maintenance, you can rely on Frederico Landscaping. See their work online at fredericolandscaping.com.
1400 K-Star.
Sounds like some crazy factory in the 1930s that's making...
Something Charlie Schotner that Chaplin's working in.
There you go. All right, welcome back to the top of the third inning. The Owls are leading 3-2 over the Brewers, and coming up to bat, number 15, Bradley Kuhn, the left fielder. His first pitch, he knocks it down the first baseline, then gets tagged before reaching first base for the first out.
That's too bad. That's one of his patent bunt singles that he's been using effectively. That one just tapped a bit too hard.
Yeah. Okay, now coming up to bat for the Owls here, number 24, Mark Trumbo, the first baseman from Anaheim, California. One out so far. Here comes Trumbo's first pitch. Gets a hold of it out in the right field, and it's over the right fielder, Caton, out by the warning track, and Trumbo rounds first, heading to second base. Here comes the throw in, and Trumbo easily safe at second there. A double for Mark Trumbo.
13th of the year. He's a doubles machine.
That's right.
There's a place for those in baseball.
Heck yeah, there is. Still only one out for the Owls. Now a runner on second base thanks to the double from Mark Trumbo. And now coming up to bat for the Owls, number 30, Dallas Morris, the third baseman. Owls still leading 3-2 here in the top of the first.
Both Kuhn and Trumbo went on the first pitch.
Right.
So it may
they
be
know
that
something we don't know.
They're recognizing Wooley's throwing first pitch strikes.
Yeah. Okay, 0-0 count here. Morris just stepping up to the plate. Had a single his last at bat. One of those runs scored in. Here comes his 0-0 pitch. High and inside fastball, ball one.
Well, maybe Wooley's noticing something too. Wait,
he should.
When I throw a strike, these guys are swinging. So it's such a tricky game out there. Throw strike first pitch, throw junk first pitch.
Right.
Something that looks like a strike but is not.
The 1-0 pitch, and Morris just catches the tip of that one, fouling it back towards the Owls dugout. Strike one for Morris.
That one, an off-speed curveball.
Going on the outside corner.
Had to reach for it. You know, some of these off-speed ones, because they still want to get some kind of the bat on it at all, it can really hurt the wrists of the batters. Overextending, trying to hold up, but then slap at the last minute. Another curveball foul.
So 2 strikes now for Morris here. 1-2 count, 1 out. Runner on second base out there. Morris with 10 doubles so far up in the Pioneer League. He also has 14 extra base hits, making good
3 home runs.
Right. Good enough to be in the Pioneer League. Here's his 1-2 pitch. High pop fly out in the left field foul territory. Looks like third baseman getting underneath it, but it goes over into the net, and that's still strike 2 for Morris.
That's what I'm talking about. See, in that net, and it kind of rolls back towards us.
Oh, looks like the scoreboard operator grabbed that one.
I don't feel safe here.
I brought you that suit of armor. You didn't want to wear it, though.
Well, you know, if it weren't such a heat factor,
True.
You know, if it were like a chilly day,
sure,
I might, but...
The 1-2 pitch gets a hold of it right down the third baseline into third baseman Gamel's glove off the ground. Makes the throw to first base and is way overthrown. Trumbo rounding to third. Morris going to second.
They're going to hold up there.
All right, so runners now on second and third base, thanks to that hit by Morris. Going into third baseman Gamel's glove for the Brewers and thrown over to Yost at first and overthrowing it.
They'll rule that another error. It should be a throwing error. Now, that's twice tonight. I've been very impressed with Gamel on third base for the Brewers, but also unimpressed right after. I think one, a dive to his left. That first one he got was, I think, Stacia. And then this one, a dive to his right to get Morris's ball, which would have gone down the line anyways. But both of them overthrown as he got up. Hey, look, I got it. I got it. Oh, no. Hey, whoa.
Over my head.
Kind of hoping Yost is 3 feet taller there.
Still only one out for the Owls here. Still leading 3-2 in the top of the third. Now batting number 12, Colby Overstreet. Here comes his first pitch and grounds on one to the first baseman. And first baseman makes the tag out there on first base, allowing a run scored in from Mark Trumbo. And now the Owls lead 4-2 over the Brewers here in the top of the third.
All those runs driven in by Colby Overstreet.
Beautiful.
Now, they'll only count 2 of those runs as a... Well, actually, no. They said the 3 runs in the first inning were all unearned. So that was the first official RBI for Overstreet tonight.
So now he has 9 on the season instead of the 11. I correct myself.
I think they're cheating him, though, but that's just me.
Well, 2 outs now for the Owls here. Now leading 4-2 over the Brewers. They got a runner on third base out there. That's Morris advancing to third. And now batting number 19, Anderson Rosario. Here comes his first pitch. Fastball way inside, ball 1. Almost snagging Rosario on the hands. 1-0 count, 2 outs. Rosario at the plate. Last at bat, he struck out swinging.
Yeah, he's a victim of that sometimes.
There's a 1-0 pitch. Oh, man, that just catches the inside corner there. Breaking ball for ball. Strike 1.
Mm-hmm. Rosario seems to struggle with the high fastballs and the curveball a little bit, but the high fastball more than anything.
The 1-1 pitch. This one catches the outside corner there. Rosario just watching him go by. Strike 2. 1-2 count, 2 outs. Still got a runner on third base out there. The Owls leading 4-2 here in the top of the third. Rosario at the plate right now from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. Acquired in 2003 for the organization. And here comes his 1-2 pitch. High pop fly right underneath the pitcher. And the pitcher makes the catch out there almost onto the dirt and gets out number 3. That ends the top of the third inning. The Owls still leading now 4-2 over the Brewers. Going back to the bottom after this.
After watching the Orem Owls hit home runs all night, it's time to have a great reason to run home. Nothing beats a Love Stack waiting for you. Oversized sacks from Love Stack may look like huge bean bags, but they are filled with extra soft Durafoam and come in a variety of designer covers ready to match any lifestyle. But just like the Owls, a Love Stack is something you've got to see in person to really appreciate. Come stack out for yourself at the Love Stack store in the Riverwood Shopping Center in Provo, or any of the other locations across the Wasatch Front. For the original and still the best oversized sack, there's only Love Stack.
Hello, you've reached the Satellite Emergency Service. We've located your position. How can I help you?
Yeah, I spilled my Diet Pepsi. The whole thing spilled out onto the side of the road. It's empty, and I'm still thirsty.
Okay, Miss Harvey, was the Diet Pepsi full or half empty?
I still had at least 3/4 of it left.
Mm-hmm. Are you walking or biking?
Biking.
How familiar are you with the area?
Not very.
You're facing southbound?
Yes.
All right, go 1.3 miles. You'll see a dog chasing a mailman. Take a right. There'll be a gas station with a mini-mart on the left-hand side. You'll be able to purchase another Diet Pepsi there.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Is there anything else I can help you with today?
I don't have my wallet on me.
Double check your left pocket. There's some lint and $1 and change.
The Diet Pepsi Satellite Emergency Service provides you with the safety and security no other soft drink can. Subscribe today and enjoy Diet Pepsi wherever you go. Light, crisp, refreshing. Diet Pepsi.
1400 K-Star is KSRR Provo.
Hey, welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wing Win. We're now in the bottom of the third inning. The Owls still leading now 4-2 over the Brewers. Arredondo still pitching out there for the Owls. And now coming up to bat for the Brewers. Back to the top of the lineup, number 72, Darren Ford, the left fielder.
Arredondo did good to get out of the last inning with that double play.
Yeah.
We talked about it, and he did it. Well, we'll talk about a strikeout.
Another prophecy.
Finally gets one here.
Here comes
Darren Ford has struck out 21 times this year. That one.
His 0-0 pitch gets past Heinle Teixeira at shortstop into left field. And another single for Darren Ford. That's 2 in a row.
He needs to stop that.
I agree. Stop that, Darren Ford.
Teixeira dove to his right, but it was well hit. Couldn't get to it.
So, okay, now a runner on first base, and coming up to bat for the Brewers here, number 71, Charlie Fermate, the center fielder, also with a single last at bat. I'll still leading 4-2 here in the bottom of the third.
Got to be careful, Arredondo. They're swinging at the first pitch, and they seem to be catching up with the fastball.
Here's the 0-0 pitch, grounded to Arredondo at pitcher, makes the throw to second baseman, then the first, and gets the double play there. Nice. That was Heinle Stacia covering second base, making a throw to Trumbo at first, getting the double play. Another double play for the out.
Doubled up two of the fastest guys in the league, and good job for Arredondo to do his own glove work. A lot of pitchers don't know how to get off the mound and get that glove up, kind of Greg Maddux style. Greg Maddux been doing it for a lot of time up in the major leagues.
Instantly turn into an infielder.
Right. You don't just throw. You got to catch two.
Right. 2 outs now for the Brewers, and now kind of at the bat here, number 53, Ángel Sálome, the catcher. His first pitch is a fastball outside for ball 1. 1-0 count, 2 outs, no more runners on base. Also leading 4-2. Here comes the pitch to Sálome, and fouls that one towards the backstop. Strike 1 for Sálome.
Sálome flied out his last at bat, flied out to right. Hopefully this is a good sign that now Arredondo's kind of faced him once, saw what worked.
Right.
Maybe giving him something to hit and ground instead.
The 1-1 pitch is just down the third baseline fair. Nice grounder by Sálome. It looks like he's rounding to second base. Here comes the throw in, and Sálome holds up on second. A double for Ángel Sálome. That looks like his 9th double on the season. Good gracious.
He does it all. Home runs, doubles, whatever. Now Brendan Caton, the right fielder, comes to the plate, batting cleanup tonight. He grounded out to shortstop his first at bat. Another dangerous batter.
He's got a runner on second, 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Darn it. Owlz still leading 4-2 over the Brewers. Here comes the first pitch to Caton, and gets a hold of it high, pop fly into center field. Santrell Smith getting underneath it over there. And it gets past him, bouncing onto the warning track, and a run scored in for the Brewers, and it looks like a double for Brendan Caton.
Wow. Santrell Smith, a very, very fast runner out there in center field, a good center fielder because of his speed.
Man.
So that one got over his head.
So Caton with an RBI, now with 18 on the season, and his 3rd double of the season. So the Brewers now only behind by 1 run. The Owlz still leading 4-3 here in the bottom of the 3rd. And now with the runner on second base and 2 outs, number 63, Mat Gamel, the third baseman, comes up to the plate.
It's a high-octane offense here. Now imagine again if Vermate had not grounded into that double play.
Here's the 0-0 pitch, and gets a hold of it high, pop fly again out in the right deep field. And it bounces again on the warning track there, and another run scored in for the Brewers, and another double. That's 3 doubles in a row, this time from Mat Gamel.
That one, a ground rule double, bounced and over the fence. So.
Oh. How can you see that far? My goodness.
I have eyes like a hawk.
That is Gamel's 4th double on the season, and now the game is tied, 4-4 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The Brewers coming up from a 3-run deficit, now tying up the game, 4-4.
Stop them.
Stop it.
It's so frustrating to be a fan of a team like the Owlz that I think are very good.
And they put so much runs on the board, and then teams just come up and do their...
So Zeke Zimmerman is now out at the mound talking over with Arredondo how he's going to approach again. Second time at bat, Agustin Septimo, who flied out his last at bat.
Okay.
Is looks like the same pitch got caught for a double. The last 2 batters, it was a different pitch that Ángel Sálome got down the third baseline.
All right, still 2 outs for the Brewers here. Now the game is tied 4-4 in the bottom of the 3rd. And now batting for the Brewers, number 67, Agustin Septimo, the second baseman from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic.
With these runs scored, it still hasn't been a huge inning for the pitch count for Arredondo.
Right.
There's been 7 so far.
Second pitch.
Exactly. I think the deepest count was 3 pitches.
Yeah.
And that was to Sálome.
Okay, here comes the 0-0 pitch to Septimo. Lets it fly. Gets a hold of this one out in the left field, just dropping in front of, left fielder Kuhn getting underneath that one, making the diving catch there, and gets the 3rd out. That ends the bottom of the 3rd inning. The score is tied, 4-4. Come on back for the 4th.
Out and Back is your Utah Valley source for all your family's outdoor adventure needs. Serving Utah County for over 17 years. We have a wide stock of excellent gear and clothing from Mountain Hardwear, the North Face, and Sierra Designs, along with the Valley's largest selection of Chaco sandals. Whether you go camping, climbing, hiking, or mountaineering, we have what you need. Let us take care of you. Out and Back, 1797 South State Street, Orem. Bring in your Owlz ticket stub within 7 days after the game and get up to 3 pair of our $14.95 Quick Dry Nylon River Shorts for only $4.95. Or mention this ad and get 2 pair of $6.95 outdoor socks free with any purchase over $20.
Everybody wants to be recognized for their accomplishments. From Little League to the pros, Employee of the Month to Salesperson of the Year, awards are a great way of saying you're a superstar. If you have a superstar on your team or at work, contact Payson Sports and Trophy. They feature a winning selection of awards, plaques, and trophies, as well as custom engraving and quantity discounts. Find them in your Yellow Pages or stop by at 15 East 100 North in Payson. Payson Sports and Trophy, blue ribbon quality and service.
1400 K-Star is KSRR Provo.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Prey with the Wingman. Thanks for tuning in. We're in the top of the fourth inning now. The score is tied 4-4. The Brewers have taken the field, still pitching out there. Robert Woolley, the right-handed pitcher from Kokomo, Indiana. He was acquired in the 6th round in the 2003 draft. He last played with the West Virginia team.
Yeah, the West Virginia team.
You know about him, right?
No, I don't.
Well, I don't know much about him.
I just know there's a lot of farmers out there. There's some good family from Anthony Whittington out in West Virginia.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
That's true. All right, coming up to bat this inning for the Owls, Billy Boyer, then Whipkey, then Smith. Boyer's at the plate right now. He's a second baseman and ninth again, playing second base from Auburn, Washington. Struck out swinging his last at-bat.
That was a rough one.
Yeah.
Hurts to watch him strike out. I know he's trying really hard not to.
Here comes his 0-0 pitch. That one's inside corner, fastball, strike one.
It sounded weird to say. He's trying really hard not to strike out, but what I mean is Billy Boyer's been struggling with the striking out lately.
There you go. 0-1 pitch. He high pop flies out into center field, and looks like center field are going back. That's Fermain back there in center field, making the catch almost by the dirt back there. And that's one out now for the Owls here in the top of the fourth. The score is still tied 4-4, and now batting for the Owls, number 8, Flint Whipkey, the catcher,
who also struck out his last at bat.
Right. So Whipkey comes in the game batting 158. He last played with the Georgia Southern University. Acquired this year. Here comes his 0-0 pitch, and fouls that one over the right field wall there. Strike one for Whipkey.
A lot of first pitch swinging again.
Yeah.
From both sides. They know how important it is at this level for the pitch to get ahead in the count and throw first ball strikes, and how difficult it is for them to make sure. Usually they go with the fastball because it's the more sure pitch that they can throw for the strike. So get a hold of it.
Here's the 0-1 pitch to Whipkey, and fouls that one down towards the backstop. Strike two for Whipkey. 0-2 count, one out, no runners on base. Owls up at bat here in the top of the fourth. Score is tied 4-4. Whipkey's at the plate right now.
At the bottom of the lineup.
Yep. Here comes Whipkey's 0-2 pitch, and fouls that one again towards the backstop, and still strike two.
Keep fighting, Whipkey. Keep fighting.
Fighting the good fight.
0-2 the count.
No runners on base anymore. Whipkey's out there. He's came in the game with 1 home run, 5 RBIs. Here comes his 0-2 pitch, and it bounces in the dirt before the plate there. Ball one for Whipkey.
And he still had the check swing. When you've got an 0-2 count on you, you're going to step into anything that comes. But that one was very much in front. And now with the 1-2 count, he'll have Santrell Smith batting behind them, and then it'll go to the top of the order should one of them get on base.
Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Whipkey. Low and outside that time, fastball, ball two.
Did good to stay off of that one.
2-2 count. Whipkey comes from, like I said, Louisiana, Missouri. He went to school in Statesburg, Georgia, undergrad in business management. And here comes Whipkey's 2-2 pitch. Inside that time, fastball, ball three for Whipkey. So a full count for Flint Whipkey here with only 1 out. No runners on base.
He's worked back from that 0-2 count. He's showing Woolley the business here. Going to manage him.
All right, here comes the 3-2 pitch to Whipkey. This time he gets a hold of it. Grounder to the second baseman, Septimo, and it bounces in front of Septimo's chest and off of him, and runner safe at first base there. So a single for Flint Whipkey.
That was well hit. And we'll see if they're going to rule it a hit, as they should. So an infield single.
That one bouncing right in front of the second baseman and off of his chest there, and allowing Whipkey to make it on the first base. So 1 out still for the Owls here in the top of the fourth. We still are tied 4-4. Now coming up to bat, Santrell Smith, the center fielder. Here comes Smith's 0-0 pitch. Gets a hold of it.
Right pitch swing out in the left center field. That's a single. Runner's going to come around. Whipkey to third.
And Whipkey's going home. Here comes the throw in. And Whipkey's safe by a long shot, and Smith going to third.
And also safe at third.
Safe at third base there. The catcher for the Brewers, Sálome, made the throw to third base.
It looked like a good throw. That was close.
Yeah.
Came in, but Smith is fast.
Wow. So a run scored in here for the Orem Owlz. We now lead 5-4. RBI from Santrell Smith, and he's advanced to third base all the way.
So that was a double stretched into a triple by the throw.
So Whiskey comes in for a run scored. Now the Owls lead 5-4 here in the top of the fourth inning. So got a runner on third base. Back at the top of the lineup with number 14, Heinle Thacia, the shortstop.
Only one out. Infield's all up on the grass.
Comes the 0-0 pitch. Grounder to the third baseman. Makes the throw to home. And knocks into Smith at home plate there, getting the out number 2. But Thacia makes it to first base.
It was a nice little nudge when he came in.
I think that was something personal.
Well, Smith's a big kid.
He is.
He's, what, 6'4" or so? And
easily knocked over that guy, but he held his ground. Salome's a thick guy.
He is. He's a thick backstop there, but he's not quite as tall as Smith, and he gave him a nice little nudge on the way through. I know you got me out, but I still don't like you, Sálome.
Yeah, Sálome blocking the plate there, allowing the second out. All right, still got a runner on first base. Now coming to bat, number 15, Bradley Kuhn, the left fielder. And Kuhn had what did he do last? He grounded out. First,
right. He tried the bunt single. First pitch. Fastball outside. Ball 1.
All right, 1-0 count. 2 outs. Runner on first base. Kuhn at the plate right now for the Owls from Willowick, Ohio. And here comes his 1-0 pitch. Lets it fly. That one catches the outside corner. Fastball, strike 1 for Kuhn. Watches it go by.
That last hit by Thacia was a ground ball to third base, and it might have been a hit and run call there, hoping to have something a little bit better to work with.
Right.
But Santrell would have done better to hold up on third base.
1-1 count. Here comes the pitch. This time is low and outside pass ball, but Thacia stays at first base over there, and ball 2 for Kuhn.
So a hard thing when you've got a runner on third base, and either they get you out in the inning and you don't get to score that runner, or else the runner goes at the wrong time and runs himself into a poor play.
The 2-1 pitch, grounder to the third baseman, and bounces over the third baseman Gamel's glove, and looks like a single for Bradley Kuhn, and now runners on first and second.
That was a good hop. You know, when it's us and we're batting, it gets over. It's a good hop. When we're in the field, it's a bad hop.
Nice job, Dirt, allowing that to bounce over third baseman Gamel's glove. Okay, still 2 outs for the Owls here now with a runner on first and second base. We lead 5-4 in the top of the first inning. And now coming up to bat, number 24, Mark Trumbo, the first baseman.
They're going to have a little conference out there on the mound. They do have some pitchers warming up in the bullpen for the Brewers.
SOS Staffing Services is proud to be a sponsor of the Orem Owlz Baseball. Is your company looking for top talent? Do you have open positions that must be filled with key players? SOS Staffing Services is Utah County's home team. SOS has 25 Utah offices strategically placed to recruit top talent. SOS specializes in permanent placements in all careers, temp to hire, and temporary employment. So the next time your business needs a home run, pick SOS Staffing Services. Bam!
There you go. And now Trumbo's going to step into the bat. He doubled his last at bat.
Yep. 2 outs for the Owls here. Runner on first and second. We lead 5-4 at the top of the fourth. Trumbo's at the plate right now.
I guess hindsight's always 20/20, but that last hit, Kuhn makes it on with the good hop.
Right.
That would have scored Santrell Smith easily.
Oh, that's right. Forgot all about that. Here comes the 0-0 pitch to Trumbo. Let's fly. And that one just catches the edge of the corner on the outside. Strike 1 for Trumbo. Runners should stay at their places.
That was a good breaking ball.
Almost into the dirt there. 0-1 count now. 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Trumbo at the plate.
I'm just anxious to see what happens here. Part of it is hot. Part of it's anxiousness.
There's the 0-1 pitch, and high pop flyer fouled over the right field wall. And first baseman Yost for the Brewers was running over there past all the batting cage stuff and past all the gates and everything, trying to get that ball, but no good. Strike 2 for Trumbo.
You got to be careful when you're running out there. Keep your eye on the ball, but look down to make sure you don't have an obstacle in front of you. You're not going to run into a wall, a grandstand, or a batting screen.
Right. 0-2 count now. Trumbo still at the plate here. 2 outs. Runners on first and second. We still lead 5-4 here in the top of the fourth. Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Trumbo, and lets it fly.
Ooh.
Inside fastball, swing and a miss, and strike 3. And Trumbo strikes out swinging. That's 3 outs. That ends the top of the fourth inning. The Owls now lead 5-4 of the Brewers. Come on back for the bottom.
This is the true story of flying wolverines. Once there was a smart doctor named Dr. Smart. One day at Utah Valley State College, Dr. Smart met some wolverines who wanted to learn to fly, but they had no wings. Dr. Smart said, I can give you wings, and he started a professional flight school for the wolverines. He saw how the industry was growing, so he made room for more wolverines in his school. Soon he had a full staff of instructors and a fleet of aircraft to help teach hundreds of wolverines in Utah Valley. There were hundreds of other wolverines, though, living all over the country who wanted to learn to fly at such a great school. Dr. Smart told them, wings for you, too. Then he did something very unique. He made aviation courses available online. Suddenly, wolverines living far away could train at flight schools right in their own backyards and earn their bachelor's degrees from UVSC. Today, thanks to Dr. Smart and UVSC's Global Aviation Program, there are flying wolverines all over the world. You can learn about them at uvscaviation.com.
This message sponsored by the Salt Lake Radio Broadcasters Association.
When a medical emergency occurs, the minutes it takes for help to arrive can be the most important minutes in saving a person's life. Do you know what to do in a life-threatening situation? Save a Heart of Utah provides daily private and public classes in CPR and first aid, including the new automatic external defibrillator. The classes are interactive, practical, enjoyable, and may just be the most important 2 hours you ever spend. Make sure you know what to do in an emergency. Call Save a Heart Utah at 582-7114.
1400 KSL.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. We're now in the bottom of the fourth inning. The Owls leading 5-4 over the Brewers. Arredondo still pitching out there for the Orem Owls.
Only one inning that no runs were scored. Seems to be the thing tonight. Let's go out there and score some runs, boys.
Good to
score
me.
some runs. We're at the bottom of the lineup now for the Brewers coming to the bat. We've got the 7, 8, and 9 batters. Stepping into the box is going to be Ned Yost.
Yep, first baseman from Marietta, Georgia. Single his last at bat.
He sure did.
Remember that? Remember that, Chris?
Vaguely.
Wow. It was great. Well, it wasn't great, but it was awful.
It seems that the top 6 batters are the more productive batters for the Brewers. Both times they came to the plate and spanned the inning. That was 2 runs in both those innings.
The 0-0 pitch curves inside for ball 1. 1-0 count, no outs, no runners on base. Yost at the plate right now. Here comes his 1-0 pitch and fouls that one towards the net below us. And strike 1 for Yost.
Thank goodness below us.
Not in front of our face.
No.
My tender bones.
After having a long first inning in pitches, the last 2 innings, even though he gave up 2 the last inning, Arredondo pitched 9 and then 8 innings, or 8 pitches in those 2 innings.
The 1-1 pitch curves outside into the dirt there, ball 2 for Yost. 2-1 count, no outs, no runners on base. Yost at the plate. Yost last played with the University of Wisconsin in Oshkosh, acquired this year. Here comes his 2-1 pitch. Another one fouled behind us there, and strike 2 for Yost.
Seems the fastball is not. You got to be a good batter to figure out how to get to that outside pitch.
Here's the 2-2 pitch to Yost. High and inside, and ball 3. Yost watching it go by. Full count now for Yost. No outs yet, no runners on base. Owls still leading 5-4 here in the bottom of the fourth.
Suppose I can have my opinion and be different than theirs. They've still been keeping inside fastballs and curveballs inside.
There's a 3-2 pitch. Another one inside into the dirt there, breaking, and ball 4. So Yost gets walked. The first walk for Arredondo this game.
4th walk on the season.
That's pretty good, though.
Yeah, it's still pretty good, but don't want to let runners on base with the Brewers here.
All right, now a runner on first, and now coming up to bat for the Brewers, number 95, Stephen Chapman, the designated hitter. No outs yet. Owls still leading 5-4.
We've got 2 lefties in a row here with Chapman, who struck out his last at bat, only strikeout of the game for Arredondo. And that night after that.
His 0-0 pitch, Chapman goes for the bunt. The pass ball inside. Ball 1. Runner stays at first over there, though.
They're doing good to keep those pass balls from getting too far back to where the runner can go. Give him a freebie.
Yeah.
Most frustrating things is we just gave him a base. Pass ball.
Here you go.
How about some of those drop strike 3s that are pass balls?
Yeah, here you go.
You know, well, we struck you out, but have a base anyways.
The 1-0 pitch, another bunt attempt. This time it's low and outside, ball 2. Just getting past him. 2-0 count. No outs. Runner on first base out there. Owls leading 5-4 in the bottom of the fourth here. At bat now for the Brewers, Stephen Chapman from Marietta, Florida. Last played with the Arizona Brewers acquired last year in the 6th round. Here's a 2-0 pitch, inside and low, ball 3. Watching it go by. Another fastball from Arredondo.
3 balls, no strikes to count. They may let him swing away here. They were showing bunt at first, I'm sure, trying to be out of the situation of the double play that they ran into last time they were in this situation. That one, a fastball right over the plate, strike one.
Nice.
So
3-1 count now.
That's right, but this is exactly the situation we had last time these three came up to bat, and Yost made it to first base on the single.
Arredondo making the throw to the first baseman Trumbo, and runner still safe over there.
And Arredondo got out of the inning with a double play after a strikeout and a double play ball. So they want to avoid that again so they can get their Darren Ford and Charlie Fermate back up there. It will maybe drive him in.
3-1 pitch, grounding down, foul towards the Brewers bullpen. Strike two for Chapman. 3-2 count now, no outs. Same situation that Yost was in.
Not going to bunt anymore here.
No more bunts. Hopefully not another walk. So 3-2 count, runner on first base. Chapman at the plate here.
Double play ball would be great right now.
Here comes his pitch. And lines that one into center field there. And center fielder Smith gets underneath that one over in left center and makes the catch. 2 outs now for the Brewers here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Also lead 5-4. They still have a runner on first base. And now coming up to the plate, number 10, Scotty McKnight, the shortstop at the bottom of the lineup.
Yeah, the hit and run on going there, the Brewers did. And Yost on first base made it all the way to second base. Looked up, saw it was going to get caught, headed on back. So maybe a good thing.
All right, still got a runner on first out there.
Double play still an option.
McKnight at the plate right now for the Brewers with 1 out. Here comes his 0-0 pitch. And fouls that one over the grandstands behind us. Strike one for McKnight.
They're not calling the bunt anymore.
That was a new thing they had at McDonald's. The
McKnight?
The McKnight. It was a sandwich. It was mutton. And a glass of mead.
Where did you grow up? Mutton and mead.
Joke. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And gets a hold of it. Line drive over Heinley Station at shortstop. And runner going to third base there. And here comes the throw into third to Dallas Morris. And runner safe at third base there and sitting on the bag. And a single for Scotty McKnight, advancing the runner to third.
The runner's on first and third as we get to this dangerous top of the order for the Brewers.
Still only 1 out for the Brewers here. Now the runner on first and third. Also leading 5-4 in the bottom of the 4th. And now batting back at the top of the lineup, number 72, Darren Ford, the left fielder.
Zeke Zimmerman, pitching coach for the Owls, coming out to the mound. This is his 3rd time out to the mound so far this game, and we've got some action in the bullpen. I'm warming up. That looks like Tim DeGurgis to me. I'm not exactly sure. Well, it's got the shape in the... Yeah, we'll say it's Tim DeGurgis.
Oh. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Joey.
Are you tired of that old routine?
Yeah, well, sometimes.
Why don't you go down to Escape Motorsports in Provo? They have what you need to re-energize your life. Escape Motorsports has dirt bikes, street bikes, ATVs, jet boats, personal watercraft, and generators. They even have zero-down financing available on approved credit. So why don't you go down to Escape Motorsports at 1480 North State in Provo and put some excitement back into your life? Why don't you, Chris?
No kidding?
What's holding you back?
Shoot. I didn't know they were there.
That's true.
You read about them every night. This is the first time I listened.
Well, they provided our ATVs in a parade a couple weeks ago. They're fantastic. All right, 1 out for the Brewers here. Runner on first and third. We're back at the top of the lineup with number 72, Darren Ford, the left fielder.
They're going to want to get Ford to ground out something here. Give him something to hit. Now, they've been going after him for the strikeout, but he's always worked back and gotten these singles. Singled both his first and second at bat.
Yeah.
So a ground ball to the middle infield would be able to turn a double play probably.
There's the 0-0 pitch inside. Breaking to the dirt there, ball 1. The other one looked like it's just catching the corner, but I guess not. 1-0 count now for Ford. Still got runners on first and third base with 1 out.
Got a corner infield on the grass.
And Dallas Morris over there on third on the grass now. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Ford. This time inside, ball 2, fastball.
That one just missed.
Just missing the corner of the plate there, Arredondo's pitches. Said that backwards.
Arredondo's pitches just missing the corner of the plate.
That's better. Thanks, Yoda.
Sure.
2-0 count now, 1 out. Runners on first and third. Ford at the plate right now for the Brewers. Also leading 5-4 in the bottom of the 4th. Here's a 2-0 pitch and fouls that one over the right field wall. Strike 1 for Ford.
Another fastball. They got to get him to swing at one of these low and away ones, get to the right side of the infield or something like that. And turn 2. Need a double play.
Yes, they do.
Need a double play. I'm wishing it to happen. So
do the double play dance.
We got Zeke Zimmerman's headed all the way down to the bullpen. Now he's with DeGurgis as he's warming up.
The 2-1 pitch is outside and low. Ball 3, another fastball. 3-1 count now, 1 out. Still got runners on first and third. Ford still at the plate here. Last played with the Chippewa team in Florida, the junior college. Acquired in the 18th round last year for the Brewers. Batting .351 coming into the game.
This is where Arredondo has not showed patience in the past when he's had 3 balls.
3-1 pitch and grounder foul down the third base line. Strike 2 for Ford. So a full count now for Darren Ford here with 1 out, a runner on first and third. We're in the bottom of the fourth. He also leading 5-4.
Wonder how long it'll be. This is probably going to be the last inning for Arredondo.
Yeah.
But with the pitchers up in the bullpen, they'll probably bring either Madison or DeGergis. I think that's Madison out there next to him.
Yeah.
Next inning, but hopefully we can get out of this. Again, a double play ball would be good. Strikeout, which doesn't happen often with Ford.
Trumbo yelling at Arredondo there to alert him that the runner's going off the base, but they don't have to throw. That's, who's that out there?
That's McKnight.
Yeah.
The McKnight, the Mutton
and Mead
you're talking about.
Here's a 3-2 pitch to Ford. Gets a hold of it. High pop fly, real high into shallow right field. And right fielder Rosario making the catch in shallow right field. Dropped it. Oh, he dropped it. Fell out of his glove there. And a run scored in, and runners now on first and second base. Darn it. So tying up the game with that high pop fly is Ford. And coming in for the run scored was Ned Yost.
That should have been, and that's going to be an error on Rosario. That should have been a caught fly ball, and it was shallow enough that the runner on third, Yost, would not have gone.
Right.
But being dropped, he had the chance.
Curses. Well, the game is now tied again, 5-5 here in the bottom of the fourth. And now runners on first and second base as Charlie Fermain steps up to the plate for the Brewers.
Wow, it's hard to not be a little bit emotional about this too. And they're gonna give the ball over now.
Okay, looks like we're losing Arredondo. There's the call from the bullpen. So runners on first and second base now for the Brewers with only 1 out. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. The score is now tied 5-5. Yep, that's
Timmy. So Ford gets an unearned RBI. As Yost scores, making my little notes.
Yeah, you just keep talking to yourself there.
Away.
Okay, now pitching for the Orem Owlz, number 29, Tim DeGergis. He comes from Tucson, Arizona. Tim DeGergis in the game, coming in the game with a record of 1-1, 2.3 ERA, 15 2/3 innings pitched, and 21 strikeouts on the season. That's second place on the in the pitching team. The pitching, what do you call them?
The pitching
staff.
Staff, yeah. Did you say he has a 2.3 ERA? What was that?
Yep, 2.3.
Good.
Wow.
DeGergis, a pitcher who does have a strikeout pitch and has been doing well to work on control as well as the good stuff that he has. He throws in the low 90s, but he has 2 fastballs that he works. 2. A 4-seamer and a 1-seamer. And the 1-seamer is not quite as straight as the 4-seamer. It has some movement, usually comes into right-handed batters a little bit. So it's kind of a backwards spin and backwards curve. That's cool. Very different than what his curveball does going away from right-handed batters.
I always used to put the backward spin when I played ping pong. You knock it underneath, and it spins backwards, and when it hits the table, it bounces back. Is that the same kind of idea?
Same kind of idea.
Because then when it hits the...
What do they call that? Put a little English on it?
Yeah, I've heard that before.
I've heard that, too. You know, that little backward spin, kind of do the same thing in golf. You overshoot the hole a little bit. The English kind of rolls it back towards it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Interesting. All right, still only 1 out for the Brewers here. They have a runner on first and second base. The score is now tied 5-5 here in the bottom of the fourth. And now coming up to bat, number 71, Charlie Fermain, the center fielder. Fermain had a single and a double his last at-bat. He's up there in the Pioneer League with his batting average of .361, also with 27 runs scored.
On his last at-bat, he grounded into a double play.
Oh, double play. That's what I wrote. Ha-ha. Runners go. Pitch. Runners going to third.
Whiskey drops the ball and does not get a throw-off. So runner's safe. Stolen bases. A double steal.
Oh, boy. Out there on the bases is Ford and McKnight. Looks like that's McKnight's first stolen base.
8th for Ford.
And Ford's 8th. Good gracious. All right, runners now in second and third. 0-1 is the count. That was a strike. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Another strike there right over the plate. Strike 2. Nice.
Even harder with 1 out now. He's facing Charlie Fermain, a very good batter.
Yeah.
2 runners in scoring position. Should he get Fermain out with a strikeout, 0-2 the count, he's got to face Ángel Sálome.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. That one's in the dirt there on the outside there. Ball 1. 1-2 count. 1 out. Runners on second and third base out there. Vermaet's at the plate right now for the Brewers. It's a tied game here in the bottom of the fourth.
That last pitch, a poorly thrown a slider from DeGiorgis. And he's used that a lot as a strikeout pitch, but he's got to throw it better than that.
Here's the 1-2 pitch to Vermaet. Another one outside, and ball two.
Another slider, and both of those breaking before they're supposed to. The slider goes down from the... Should come in at the knees and break down. Having trouble breathing here.
What's wrong?
I don't know. I've got these little hiccupy things.
Oh, boy.
Don't want to
stop eating razor blades. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and he high pop flies that one into right field foul territory, and Mark Trumbo gets underneath it in right field foul territory and makes the catch. Bam! Out number 2.
Now we have a manageable situation here.
Cool.
With 2 away. Still a very dangerous hitter at the plate, and Angel Sálome. He doubled his last at bat.
Yeah. Sálome coming up to bat here with a runner on second and third. 2 outs. Bottom of the fourth. The Owls still tied with the Brewers 5-5. Let's see. Sálome is from New York, New York. He last played with the Arizona Brewers acquired last year in the 5th round. He's up there in the Pioneer League with just about everything. I'll talk about that in just a second. Here's his 0-0 pitch. Just catches the inside corner. Curveball. Strike one. Nice.
Good pitch.
Sálome watches it go by.
Tim DeGiorgis, one of the only pitchers on the Owls staff who has 4 pitches that he'll use regularly.
Yeah.
I think the only pitcher, maybe Arredondo also has a pitcher he uses regularly, but DeGiorgis throws his better for strikes. That one just misses. Fastball on the outside.
1-1 count now for Sálome. 2 outs. Still got runners on second and third. Sálome up there with 440 batting average, 44 hits, 491 on-base percentage. And here comes Salome's 1-1 pitch. Gets a hold of it, cracked the bat, out into Dallas Morris at third. Makes a throw across the diamond to Trumbo at first base there and gets the out at first. That ends the inning, thank goodness. The score is still tied 5-5 as we come back into the 5th after this.
With energy costs soaring higher than an Owlz homer, it's important that your cooling system is working at peak performance. So call Triple T Heating and Cooling. We feature service and repairs of all makes and models of heating and cooling systems. And come winter, we can set you up with a warm, energy-efficient gas fireplace. Serving all of Utah County, visit our showroom 1550 North Main in Spanish Fork or log on to TripleTHeating.com. Triple T Heating and Cooling. Comfort from our family to yours for over 30 years.
Insure both your car and home with us through Auto Owners Insurance, and we'll save you money. That's right. With Auto Owners multiple policy discount, when you insure both your car, home, mobile home, or condominium, we'll save you time and money by consolidating all of your insurance needs with the no-problem company. Auto Owners Insurance.
For a free comparison, contact Western States Insurance Agency in Spanish Fork on Center Street across from City Park. Western States Insurance. Our customers are first class, just like our service. Find us in the yellow pages under insurance.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. We're now in the top of the 5th inning, and the score is tied 5-5.
It's only 6:30 here in Helena, but it might as well be midday noon on Mercury, the way the sun's beating down on us.
In. There's an episode of Ren and Stimpy once where he walks outside and the moon smacks him in the face because it's so low. It's kind of like that. The sun is like 3 inches away from our heads.
So we're pulling out our marshmallows and kind of roasting them, but at the same time, you don't want to
fry an egg.
We'd rather have something cold in us than a toasty marshmallow.
I hope that
they're taking their time, still doing the warm-ups here, changing out a couple bases. The grounds crew cleaning up as we're entering the 5th inning, top of the 5th.
Score is tied 5-5. Still pitching out there for the Brewers, Robert Woolley, right-handed pitcher. He was acquired in the 6th round in 2003. Last played with the West Virginia team, like we were talking about before.
6th round, that's pretty darn high still. Those guys get some pretty decent signing bonuses.
True, a lot of their players in the lineup tonight acquired in their 5th round, 4th round, 4th round, 6th. Good gracious. Okay, where we go. Now batting for the Orem Owls, number 30, Dallas Morris, the third baseman of Opelousas, Louisiana, had 2 singles in a row, first 2 at-bats.
Following Morris would be Kobe Overstreet, who's got 2 RBIs tonight. Yes, I say 2. I defy the scorekeepers.
Here's the 0-0 pitch to Morris. And it's low and outside fastball. Ball 1 for Morris. Watches it go by. 1-0 count. No outs. No runners on base. Score is tied 5-5 here in the top of the 5th. Morris at the plate right now for the Owls from Opelousas, Louisiana. Here's his 1-0 pitch. Another one outside, this time curving. Ball 2.
2 pitches so far. 2 balls. No strikes. You don't want to do that to Dallas Morris.
No. Kind of like
What's it kind of like?
I'll think of it later. Here's a 2-0 pitch to Morris, and grounds that one towards the Owlz bullpen for strike number 1. 2-1 count now. Morris still at the plate. Morris up there in the Pioneer League with 23 RBIs. He also has 10 doubles and 14 extra base hits.
He's also scored a lot of runs. 21 runs scored so far this year. Leads his team.
Here's a 2-1 pitch. Nice hit down the center there past the second baseman and into center field. So a single for Dallas Morris. Beautiful.
We start the inning off with a runner on.
So that's 3 singles in a row for Dallas Morris here in this game. The score is still tied 5-5 here in the top of the 5th.
And
the throw in back to home gets overthrown and allows Morris to get to second base. What happened there?
It was overthrown to
the pitcher?
To the pitcher. And Sálome, the catcher, was unexpecting it, too. In fact, I was looking down, making a note, and just barely caught the end of that. So it gets past him, and now a runner in scoring position. Dallas Morris is on second base.
Nice work.
There's a game.
See, that's just the thing where you got to know that the game doesn't stop ever. There's no breaks. You're always out there. You're always on.
Keep your head up.
Keep your head up, your eyes open.
In a game like baseball where a lot of people are like, well, it moves so slow.
Yeah. No, there's stuff always happening. Okay, now batting Overstreet. Here comes his 0-0 pitch. Just catches the outside corner, swing and a miss, strike 1. 0-1 count, no outs. Runner on second base. Overstreet at the plate right now for the Owls. DH tonight from Midland, Texas.
They're going to be calling a hit and run somewhere in this next couple batters.
The 0-1 pitch is way outside, almost a pitch out, but it's low, ball 1.
Sweeping curveball does not get back in towards the plate even close enough. There's a couple pitchers warming up now in the Brewers bullpen. I'll be surprised. Well, I don't know. Maybe Woolley makes it through the inning, maybe not. There's a swing and a miss.
On that fastball there, strike 2 for Overstreet. 1-2 count, no outs. Runner on second base. Overstreet at the plate right now. He had one RBI tonight, one actual RBI.
Well, the league is counting. In my book,
la-dee-da.
Who cares about them? You come to us for the real numbers.
We're not official, Chris.
Way outside, fastball, ball 2. Working away from Overstreet. The balls have been way outside. The strikes have been close to the outside corner of the plate. Got him swinging. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to count on Overstreet. We need some production here in this part of the lineup.
We're still out there on second base. Score is still tied 5-5 here in the top of the 5th. There's the 2-2 pitch to Overstreet and grounds that one into the pitcher, into his leg. Looks like he got hurt a bit on that one and allows Overstreet to make it to first base. That one smacked the pitcher.
Did he catch
Woolley. I don't think so. I think it bounced off his leg into his glove, though.
No, it did not hit the ground at all, and they're calling that a catch and out.
Holy cow.
Caught it. My goodness.
Wow, nice reaction time from Woolley there, bouncing off of his leg and into his glove.
He's tough. He's staying in there. Good grief. Kobe Overstreet, what should have been a hit with most other pitchers.
A line out to pitcher. Interesting. Okay, 1 out now for the Owls. Still got a runner out there on second base. Score still tied 5-5 here in the top of the 5th. And now batting number 19, Anderson Rosario, the right fielder. Had that disappointing uncatch out there in right field the last inning.
That's right.
Here's his
catch.
0-0 pitch, swing and a miss on the high fastball. Strike 1 for Rosario.
Coming at him right away with the high fastball. Rosario needs to be able to identify those and lay off of them.
Right. Having the same kind of troubles that Trumbo's having on the curveballs and the high fastballs.
And his pop-ups, his fly-outs, he popped up his last at-bat, struck out the bat before that.
The 0-1 strike. The 0-1 pitch is strike there. A little delayed reaction on the ump. That one's in the outside corner. Strike 2 for Rosario.
Rosario was surprised by it, too.
Yeah.
Now, with a leadoff batter getting to second base, you've got to be able to score him. It is unacceptable to leave him in scoring position.
0-2 count now. Here comes the pitch to Rosario. Swing and a miss on the pass balls. Morris goes to third, and it's drop strike 3, so Rosario makes it to first base there easy.
Well, kind of a sacrifice strike 3. Rosario's out at first. They got him.
I can't ever see that ball. It's so darn small. And it blends in with the green grass. You know what I'm talking about, Chris?
Yeah, the white and the green. It's just terrible against each other.
I can't see those 2 colors. Okay. Well, 2 outs now for the Owls.
Another strikeout for Rosario.
A sacrifice drop strike 3, I guess you'd call it.
I think they got really lucky there to be able to advance Morris all the way to third base. Billy Boyer at the plate now. Boyer has struck out and flied out to center.
Here's his 0-0 pitch. Gets a hold of it way out in the right field. Looks like it's going right over right fielder.
Drop.
And it drops just on the warning track.
A home run. Billy Boyer, a home run.
Holy cow.
That's his 4th on the season. 15th RBI. Morris scores. Boyer's coming around. Way to break out of this little slump today. A little frustrating with a strike 3. Happy about that one. Good job, Boyer.
Wow.
I'm going to send him a note.
That went over the right field wall about 325 feet away. And now 2 more runs scored in for the Owls. We're now leading 7-5 over the Brewers, breaking the tie. And a home run for Boyer and 2 RBIs.
Well, the bats are doing the job for the Owls tonight. Now the bullpen's got to step in here and not allow any more runs. DeGeorgis did a great job getting out of the inning as he came in to finish off the 4th. There's still 2 outs here. There's a conference out on the mound. Looks like that's going to be it for Woolley.
Yep.
That is it for Woolley.
Poor Woolley Bully.
Well, they left him in just long enough. Thanks, Brewers.
Thanks, Brewers. Nice work. It's like when oh, never mind. I'll tell you later.
We got a 51 right-handed pitcher for the Brewers. Got the lineup over here. I know, I'm doing the dangerous thing by stepping into the sun.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in the roster. 51 is Patrick Ryan.
Now pitching for the Helena Brewers, number 51, Patrick Ryan, comes in the game with a record of 0-0, 4.15 ERA, only 4 1/3 innings pitched so far with only 3 strikeouts. Patrick Ryan, he comes to us from, did you hand it back?
Oh,
you have it?
It's right here in my grubby palm.
Go ahead, do it.
Patrick Ryan. I'll do this part.
Sure.
There he is. He comes from Brooksville, Florida, another Florida kid.
Yep.
Graduated Embry-Riddle.
Oh, yeah.
Embry-Riddle down in Florida. Every time a Florida pitcher or batter comes up, I'm sure Tom Kochman's like, okay, this is great.
He pulls out his notes on that guy.
I don't even have to just go by the league notes. I can go by my personal knowledge of this kid. And so I'm sure he knows exactly what Ryan throws and how to approach him. Looks like he's got a curveball.
So far, Ryan's throwing a curveball coming inside. So 2 outs for the Owls here. No more runners on base. The score is now 7-5 in favor of the Owls. We're still in the top of the 5th inning. And coming up to bat now for the Owls, number 8, Flint Whipke, the catcher. Flint Whipke struck out swinging his first at-bat, then had a single.
That's right. The infield single, last one, scored a run.
Yep.
Part of the good production from the bottom of the lineup. Flint Whipke.
That's a cool name.
That is a cool name. He could be a movie star.
Good.
I'm Flint Whipke. I've starred in many action pictures. And there's a first pitch swing.
High pop fly, and the second baseman calls for it. That second baseman, Septimo, and gets the catch out there on the dirt. That's 3 outs. That ends the top of the 5th inning. The Owls now leading 7-5 over the Brewers. Come on back for the bottom.
The United States Air Force salutes the athletes competing in today's game. They know in sports, like in life, you have to step up to the challenge to succeed. If you have high aspirations and want to be part of another champion team, join the United States Air Force. You'll receive training in a variety of fields and become part of an elite group of men and women dedicated to the service of this great country. Call 1-800-423-USAF or log on to airforce.com. The United States Air Force. Cross into the blue.
I'm here at Utah Valley State College with new President William Cedarberg. Mr. Cedarberg, why is UVSC your choice?
UVSC is my choice because it's a dynamic institution. The faculty are very strong. It's located in a community with strong values, a community committed to higher education, and I think the future is extremely bright here. So as I looked at it, I really didn't want to go to a school that was just maintaining the status quo. I wanted to be a school that was in transition, that was exciting, that was happening.
Okay. As president, what are your plans?
My largest job as president is to help the school and the members of this UVSC community establish a direction for the future and then to go out and rally support for that direction. I think the future is extremely bright, and UVSC is definitely my choice for the future.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Are we back already?
We're back, yeah. The Owls taking the lead in the last inning with 2 runs thanks to a home run from Billy Boyer. Nice work, Boyer. So the Owls now lead 7-5 over the Brewers. Still pitching out there, Tim DeGeorgis. And coming up to bat this inning for the Brewers, Caton, Gamel, and Septimo. Interesting name. Sounds like Gamel, Septimo. No, they sound like
kind of a Indian nursery rhyme.
What? That's better than I could have thought of.
There we go. And
so here comes Caton. Here comes his 0-0 pitch. That one gets him on the outside corner, curving just a bit outside. Strike one.
Good pitch.
0-1 count, no outs, no runners on base. Caton at the plate right now for the Brewers. We're in the bottom of the fifth. The Owls leading 7-5. And here comes the 0-1 pitch to Caton, and lets it fly. This time he gets a hold of grounder to Billy Boyer at second. Bouncing bad chopper, but makes the toss to Trumbo at first and gets the out at first base. Nice reaction time.
2 pitches, 1 out. And we'll see how long DeGeorgis can go. He came in and took care of business right away the last inning. And I think they would use him more if they could. A lot of times they'll leave him out there a little bit too long, throwing too many pitches to be able to be used again. He'll wait about 3 games between appearances.
Okay, 1 out now for the Brewers, and stepping up to the plate, Mat Gamel, the third baseman. And Gamel, let's see, what do you get? He got out in that.
No, Mat Gamel, a single and a double.
Oh, yeah.
Hot hitter tonight.
Here
couple RBIs.
Comes Gamel's 0-0 pitch, and DeGeorgis just lets it fly. Nice.
On the outside.
Get some.
I didn't think that was a strike, but I will not argue with that one.
Nice work, Ump.
We'll take him in.
It's so silly how that. What is that called? It's kind of like.
It's arguing.
No, it's called like. I'll think of it in a second. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Gets a hold of it. Line drive right to Heinle Stacia. Just moves a bit to his right and makes the snag out there in shortstop. That's the second out for the Brewers here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Owls still leading 7-5. Nice catch by Stacia.
It's all infield so far. 4 pitches, 2 outs, and Augustine Septimo comes to the plate. He's going to bat from the left side.
All right.
The switch hitter.
So 2 outs for the Brewers. Owls still leading 7-5 here in the bottom of the fifth. Who's this guy? Gamel?
Septimo, and he slide out to left both times at bat.
Here comes his first pitch. Gets a hold of it high. Pop fly out into shallow left center. And looks like Stacia getting underneath it, but instead, Bradley Kuhn, the left fielder for the Owls, makes it in shallow left field. And that's 3 outs.
5 pitches, we're done.
That ends the bottom of the fifth inning. The Owls still leading 7-5. Come on back for the sixth.
If the Owls are going to compete for the Pioneer League Championship, they're going to need an ace on the staff to lead the way. If you're thinking of buying a home or refinancing, you need an ace of your own. Look no further than Ace Mortgage Company. Our creative loan consultants offer the best terms and unsurpassed professional service. We ensure you get the loan that best suits your needs. Give us a call today at 426-5757. That's 426-5757. Ace Mortgage Company. Absolute commitment to excellence.
Are you hungry for great tasting Mexican food? Take a time out and stop by a local Beto's. Have you tried our burritos and chimichangas? People are voting Beto's food as numero uno in Utah. Beto's has 15 convenient locations in Utah. Most of our restaurants are open 24 hours to satisfy your craving anytime. Check us out on the web at betosmex.com. Stop by any participating Beto's location and receive a Vote for Beto's punch card, which could entitle you to free food. Holy frijoles! It's Beto's time.
1400 K-Star is KSRR Provo.
Welcome back here. We're coming into the top of the sixth inning. I think DeGeorgis made quick work of the Brewers in the bottom of the sixth inning. Still out there on the mound for the Brewers is Patrick Ryan. And coming up to bat for the Owls this inning, we're going to start with Santrell Smith and then back to the top of the order with Heinle Stacia and then Bradley Kuhn.
The Owls are leading 7-5 here in the top of the sixth. Smith stepping up to the plate. And Smith had his an RBI. Did you say that?
I did not.
Had an RBI his last at bat.
That's right.
Here's his 0-0 pitch. Gets a hold of it. Grounder to the shortstop. Makes the throw across the diamond. Smith charging and gets the out at first. Smith was almost there, though. Fast guy.
One of the things Smith needs to be working on is he swings the bat so hard and kind of goes off balance at the end.
Oh.
But a lot of the people with the speed that Smith has can just slap the ball and be running as soon as they can, but he's got to get his balance back so he can take off running. He's got the speed. He can do what Bradley Kuhn usually does and put one down and run it out.
But sometimes starts on the wrong foot, maybe. That could be possible. Okay, 1 out now for the Owls here in the top of the sixth. We still lead 7-5. We're back at the top of the lineup with number 14, Heinle Stacia, the shortstop. Stacia with a single his last at bat, and a single his first at bat.
And in between that, he rounded out the first.
I want to mention that. Here's his 0-0 pitch. Watches it go by. That one looked like it almost went from top to bottom. Curveball inside, strike one.
That's hard to do, and not a lot of pitchers have that in this. In fact, I'd be surprised if any of them have a pitch like that in this league.
The 0-2 pitch is a high 0-1 pitch is a high fastball for ball one.
Misses just high.
1-1 count, 1 out, no runners on base. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Stacia. Swing and a miss there. Stacia's off balance. Looks like he hurt himself just a bit, overextended and twisted his back, but he's walking it off.
I heard an ow. He's walking a slight limp on the left foot.
Ooh, maybe he twisted. Maybe his ankle got caught in the dirt or something.
He's not calling for any trainers or anything like that, picking up his bat. He's going to give it another shot here.
Oh, I was just informed from the official score. It was a foul ball hit his ankle.
That was the left ankle that came off.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Again, me not seeing anything that's happening that's important to the game. All right, so that's ball one.
It's that little floppy hat you got getting a little bit too low on your eyes, Joey. I'm telling you, shade is overrated. You got to watch the game.
Here's the 1-2 pitch to Stacia. Passed the ball. Going over the plate there, but I'm sorry, going inside for ball 2. 2-2 count.
That's right. Good thing you said it before I did. I was going to say 1-2. No, it's 2-2.
No, you're right. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Stacia, and grounds that one, fouls it into his leg again. It rolls down the first baseline foul. That one's snapping his left leg again.
Well, not snapping his left leg. He's still on it. He's doing okay.
Slapping.
Okay, I thought I heard snapping.
No, that would have been quite a news story if it snapped his left leg in half.
This is interesting. Stacey's taking off his right leg shin guard that he uses. That might be also digging into him a little bit.
Ooh.
He spun himself around on both of those swings. Foul ball and foul ball again. And he's just kind of roughing himself up. A lot of these injuries that happen out here are self-injuries. Overextending yourself, diving, overturning on a hit.
Here's the 2-2 pitch to Stacia. This one's outside and low, breaking into the dirt there, ball 3. 3-2 is the count now. 1 out, no runners on base. Stacia at the plate right now in the top of the 6th. Also leading 7-5.
Stacia's still saying he's okay.
Yeah.
Full count now.
Here comes his pitch. And it's low and inside into the dirt. Another breaking ball, and that's ball 4. And Stacia gets walked, as well he should do.
I think Stacia earned that.
I agree.
He got hit enough times. Stacia.
2 times getting hit by yourself equals 1 by the pitcher. I think that's how it works. I'm not a mathematician, but I'm a chaotician.
A chaotician? Seems fair.
You two dig up dinosaurs?
Bradley Kuhn stepping into the plate for the Owls. Batting from the left side, Bradley Kuhn so far tonight has singled, got hit by a pitch, and grounded out to first.
Comes up to the plate here with 1 out and a runner on first. Here's his 0-0 pitch, goes for the bunt, but it's inside and high, ball 1, and just gets past and pulls back just in time. 1-0 count, 1 out. Kuhn at the plate right now.
A high fastball, and I love to watch Kuhn put down these bunts.
Yeah.
Because he's very good at getting a soft bunt down and getting out of the box before anybody has a chance to react.
His 1-0 pitch is way inside. Kuhn signals for Stacia to stay at first. That one almost snagging his knees. And ball 2.
And the Brewers pitching coach coming out there. Going to talk it over. And Sálome out there on the mound as well. They're probably talking about the speed of Kuhn, how he gets these bunt singles down, trying to pitch around him. There's 2 balls and no strikes. I'm sure they would like a double play ball here to get out of the inning. Because coming up after is Mark Trumbo, who's doubled tonight. They do have action up in the Brewers bullpen. And I've said a lot of things right there.
That's fine, no. I was not even listening, so...
Oh, well, in that case.
I was busy looking at... there was a shiny object rolling across the field.
That might have been a nickel. There was a nickel. Kuhn does have 16 strikeouts on the season, but lately he has not been an easy out at all. Again, he's very hot over the last 10 games, batting .419.
There's his 2-0 pitch, another bunt. This one's fouling into the Owls dugout, and strike 1 for Kuhn. Making connection, but it's popping in the air a little too much. And the third baseman for the Brewers, Gamel, ran over, almost getting it out of the air, but it dropped.
Owlz would like another run here. There's no such thing as too much padding when you're playing the Brewers.
True. 2-1 count, 1 out. No runner on base over there on first. Here comes the pitch to Kuhn. Instead, he throws over there to first, and runner still safe. So still the 2-1 count for Kuhn, 1 out. Runner on first. Owlz leading 7-5 here in the top of the 6th. Kuhn comes from Willowick, Ohio. Last played with the University of Nashville. 7 RBIs in the season. No home run. Runner still safe over there. Pitcher throwing again.
And Stacia had let off a bit too much. He had to dive back to the bag and barely made it.
It's all covered in dirt now. That's what happens.
There's not a lot of times that there's called a straight stolen base. Most of the time, Kochman will call hit and runs.
The 2-1 pitch, inside fastball, ball 3. 3-1 count now for Kuhn. 1 out. Runner on first over there. Owlz still leading 7-5 here in the top of the sixth. Kuhn came in the game batting .302, had a single his last at bat.
20 singles on the year for Kuhn. All of his hits singles.
Nothing more. Here's a 3-1 pitch to Kuhn. Runner goes. Here comes the throw to second base, and it bounces past.
Pass ball. Stacia's going to stay there at second, though. So stolen base for Heinle Stacia.
Beautiful. Let's see. That is Stacia's
fourth stolen base on the year.
4 stolen base in the year. Holy cow. Now a runner on second base and a 3-2 count for Kuhn.
Now a bunt from Kuhn would move Stacia over to first base. And, of course, we've talked again, Kuhn's not just a sacrifice bunter. He can get on with these bunts.
Would the sac bunt even be worth it now with 1 out?
Well, actually, no. He's not going to bunt with 2 strikes on him.
Oh, right.
With Kuhn, if he didn't have 2 strikes on him, it's always worth it to put a bunt down because he lugs them out really well.
Sure. Okay, 3-2 count. Runner now in second. 1 out. Here comes the pitch to Kuhn. Gets a hold of it. And high pop fly into center field.
And it drops
right in front of center fielder Fermate. And here comes Stacia to third. And Stacia decides to hold back on third base because the throw is coming into home a little too early. So a single for Bradley Kuhn out there in center field. And now runners on first and third.
Coming to the plate, Mark Trumbo.
Nice.
Who has doubled tonight. Struck out his last at bat. But great opportunity with 2 outs. The Owls need to score this run. They've had a problem in the past getting runners on in scoring
only 1 out.
position. And did I say 2 outs?
Yeah.
1 out.
That's okay.
That's right. 1 out. And as I was saying, in the past, they've had problems getting runners in scoring position.
Right.
And not being able to score them.
Doing nothing with them, yeah.
So they've been doing a bit better with it tonight.
It's like having a blueberry pie on the windowsill, but then you never eat it.
Then it goes cold.
Yeah,
then
exactly.
the ants get it.
The ants get it.
You know, by then it's still good for me, but not for long.
There's the 0-0 pitch to Trumbo. High fastball. Yeah, outside corner. Strike 1. Swing and a miss. 0-1 count. 1 out. Trumbo's at the plate right now. The runner on first and third. Owlz still leading 7-5 here in the top of the sixth. Trumbo, what has he done? He's got a double tonight and then struck out swinging his last at bat.
You're going to have to be careful with Kuhn, but Kuhn's also got to be careful with them. I think Kuhn needs to run here. The option for the double play ball to get out of the inning.
Dangerous.
I hate those double play balls when it's the other team. When it's our team,
yeah, do it.
Great, double play ball. But Kuhn, a very fast runner. There he goes.
0-1 pitch to Trumbo. Grounder over the pitcher and over to the second baseman. It bounces out of second baseman Septimo's glove.
Heinle Stacia scoring the run.
And a run scored in there. So an RBI for Mark Trumbo, making his total 13 for the season. And now runners on first and second base. And the Owls now leading 8-5 over the Brewers here in the top of the sixth. Beautiful.
And that just created problems with the hit and run. Usually you don't want to hit the ball right up the middle on the hit and run.
But it was lucky.
Kuhn was so far gone and towards second base that they had to, I think that was Septimo, right, who had to charge it. He was going to cover the bag, then had to change and charge. It came off of his glove, and they ruled it a regular infield hit, so the RBI will stand. Runners on first and second as Dallas Morris is at the plate.
Still only 1 out for the Owls here on the top of the sixth, and here comes the pitch to Morris.
Drops ball.
Morris signals for Kuhn to stay, but Kuhn decides to run to third and makes it safe.
That's
diving in.
With speed. Wow. So still 1 out, and Kuhn on third. Now runners on the corners. Kuhn is so good. I don't know if that counts as an official stolen base for Kuhn.
Well, he did run before the delivery.
No,
Does that make a difference?
It is a wild pitch. So not a stolen base for Kuhn, but he does advance on the dropped ball there.
Okay. Well, Moore's still at the plate now with the 1-0 count, and only 1 out. Runners now on first and third. Owls now leading 8-5 over the Brewers here in the top of the sixth. And here comes the 1-0 pitch to Morris, and lets it fly. Outside and low, breaking into the dirt there. Ball 2 for Morris. That one way outside. 2-0 count. 1 out. Runners on first and third. That's Trumbo out there in first and Kuhn on third.
I've missed something here. I'm going through. Oh, there it is.
Who are you talking to?
I keep going through my notes. I want to make sure I've got everything right here. There's a high fly ball out to left center field, and that's going to be off the wall.
And it bounces. Morris round into second. Another run scored in. Here comes Trumbo coming into home, and the throw to home.
Not in time.
Not in time. Catcher drops it way down there on the third baseline, and 2 more runs scored in for the Owls off that double from Dallas Morris. That is Morris's first double of the night, And his
11th on the season.
Good gracious.
And Kuhn and Trumbo smiling at each other. Big smiles here as the Owls now lead 10-5.
So Morris now has 25 RBIs in the season.
This is going to be a pitching change now. They're going to pull Patrick Ryan.
The Owls now leading 10-5 over the Brewers here in the top of the sixth. And a runner on second base. That's Morris out there on second with his double. And looks like we got a pitching change out there for the Brewers. And let's see here, number 20-something. Sorry, we don't really know up here until we see the actual number. Is that 24?
24, a right-handed pitcher.
Now pitching for the Helena Brewers, number 24, Christopher Jean. Christopher Jean comes from Burleson, Texas. He's acquired in the 38th round in this year's draft. He last played with Texas State.
He goes by Chris Jean.
Chris Jean with a record of 0-0, 7.62 ERA, 13 innings pitched on the season, and 6 strikeouts. He's hit one batter.
So,
let's throw that in.
Hey, I think that's your favorite stat.
It is.
That's kind of fun to see.
It's funny because HB is also Helena Brewers.
Oh,
batter.
The Helena Brewers hitting batters everywhere.
Right. And it's also Huntington Beach. Okay, so still with a runner on second out there. Morris is out there because of his double. The Owls are leading 10-5 now over the Brewers here in the top of the sixth, and only one out. Stepping up to the plate next for the Owls, number 12, Colby Overstreet, the designated hitter. Overstreet a good night tonight with an RBI, with 2 RBIs and a
single. He had that line out, got robbed on that last
pitcher.
one.
That was a weird hit.
Pitcher. It looks like they're ready to get started. Overstreet stepping in.
Maybe he'll do it again and intimidate this next pitcher.
Just hit him.
Just do it.
How many hit pitchers do you have as a batter?
Mr. Torrance. Here's the 0-0 pitch to Overstreet. Fouled that one down behind him, and strike one for Overstreet. 0-1 count, one out, runner on second out there. Owls leading 10-5 here in the top of the sixth. Overstreet now at the plate.
They continue to pitch away from Overstreet. That one a fastball outside. Overstreet doesn't have a very open stance. In fact, not an open stance at all. I think they'd have a better chance using curveballs against him because it would look more difficult coming in.
Yep.
So he should be able to reach the stuff on the outside. Very long arms.
Here's his 0-1 pitch, high and outside that time, ball one, curving outside. 1-1 count, one out. Overstreet still at the plate. He comes from Midland, Texas. Last played with Oklahoma City University, now with 9 RBIs in the game. I'm sorry, in the season. That'd be great for a game. Here it comes. Swing and a miss there. Fastball outside corner. Strike 2 for Overstreet.
I don't know how he's not getting to those. Maybe they're just too fast. He doesn't always have the quickest wrists.
Right.
Well, doesn't always have. That's just kind of a weird thing to say. He needs to work on his bat speed a little bit to get through those pitches.
The 1-2 pitch and grounds that one down the third base line. And third baseman makes a throw all the way across the diamond to first base and gets the out at first. But Dallas Morris advances to third. And now with only 2 outs, the Owls still lead 10-5 over the Brewers here in the top of the sixth. And coming up to the plate for the Owls, number 19, Anderson Rosario, the right fielder.
And we've got another situation with a runner on third, and I believe it's Anderson Rosario who's stranded a couple runners at third.
Yeah, I think of second and third.
Yeah, he has struck out twice tonight. He has strikeout total of 21.
Rosario having a kind of a hard night tonight, missing a catch out there in right field.
He had that drop pop-up.
Here's his 0-0 pitch. Inside corner, curveball, strike 1.
So they've got his number. They work curveballs and high fastballs on Anderson Rosario, and it's been effective.
I know he can't do it. It's so mean.
That's just, you're picking on the guy.
Mean.
Find the weak spot and exploit it.
The 0-1 pitch this time, it's outside, breaking ball into the dirt. Ball 1 for Rosario. He's checking his swing.
That's an interesting pitch call.
Yeah. 1-1 count. Maybe they forgot this is Rosario. It's possible.
Let's hope. Because when you forget it's Rosario, then he can. I mean, he still hits 333 on the year.
Yeah.
So with all those crazy ones, that one up the middle.
Nice grounder towards to the shortstop, and out at first there. So that ends the top of the sixth inning, and the Owls are now leading 10-5 over the Brewers. Come on back for the bottom after this.
If the Owls are going to compete for the Pioneer League Championship, they're going to need an ace on the staff to lead the way. If you're thinking of buying a home or refinancing, you need an ace of your own. Look no further than Ace Mortgage Company. Our creative loan consultants offer the best terms and unsurpassed professional service. We ensure you get the loan that best suits your needs. Give us a call today at 426-5757. That's 426-5757. Ace Mortgage Company. Absolute commitment to excellence.
Are you hungry for great tasting Mexican food? Take a time out and stop by a local Beto's. Have you tried our burritos and chimichangas? People are voting Beto's food as numero uno in Utah. Beto's has 15 convenient locations in Utah. Most of our restaurants are open 24 hours to satisfy your craving anytime. Check us out on the web at betosmex.com. Stop by any participating Beto's location and receive a Vote for Beto's punch card, which could entitle you to free food. Holy frijoles! It's Beto's time.
1400 K-Star is KSRR Provo.
Back to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. We're now in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Owls leading 10-5. We're watching some of the in-between inning entertainment out here, and ours at home of the Owls Stadium are pretty darn good. We have some creative stuff out there. Make sure you check out the home of the Owls Stadium. We come back tomorrow for another homestand.
We're going to be doing Missoula again,
right,
but now this time in Orem, and then Helena after that, another 8 games, I think.
Yeah, 8. Tomorrow is a 6 for 36 night from Hebrew National, then Softy Ball giveaway, then a Night Owls night, then Owls autograph, throwback hat night, then Pioneer Day weekend.
That 6 for 36 is a great deal,
It is a good deal.
What is that? 6
tickets, 6 hot dogs, and 6 drinks.
For $36. And I've seen the prices at regular. I can't do the math that quickly in my head, but you're saving a lot of money if you're coming on this 6 for 36 night.
Okay, welcome back to the bottom of the 6th. The Owls leading 10-5. Coming up to bat this inning for the Brewers. Bottom of the lineup, Yost, Chapman, and McKnight. Here's Yost at the plate from Marietta, Georgia. Walked his last at bat.
Did you say tomorrow 6 for 36 night? Monday?
Monday, yes.
Great. Come on out tomorrow.
Here comes the 0-0 pitch, fastball high over the plate, strike one. Yost swinging at that one.
Still working it on the mound for the Owls is Tim DeGeorgis.
Yep.
Had a lot of time to rest there between the innings.
Yeah. Here's his 0-1 pitch. This time it's outside, breaking into the dirt there, ball one.
The Owls have scored every inning except for the second inning.
Right.
With 11 hits on the night.
Nice.
And 10 runs.
Wow. 1-1 count, no outs yet, no runners on base. Yost at the plate. Here's his pitch. Gets a hold of it, line drive right to Hindley Stacia, making the diving catch to his left and gets the first out. Nice catch by Stacia. That was reminiscent of the last one. That was, let's see. Who was that? Oh, it was
Mat Gamel lined out to him last inning.
So Stacia still over there making the plays. One out now for the Brewers here in the bottom of the 6th. Owls still leading 10-5. And now at bat, number 95, Stephen Chapman, the DH.
And Chapman has struck out and flied out to center in his 2 at-bats tonight. First one, fastball inside, strike one.
Nice.
Corner of the plate there.
Chapman tried to check his swing, but too bad, Chapman.
Maybe he should have swung. Maybe he shouldn't have.
Yeah. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Chapman. Gets a hold of it, grounder to shortstop, Hindley Stacia. Picks it up, makes the throw to Trumbo, and gets the out at first base. Nice work. 2 outs now for the Brewers here in the bottom of the 6th.
Almost exactly the same as last inning. Ground out, line out,
Deja vu.
Deja vu, is that what it is?
Let's call it that from now on. Okay, 2 outs for the Brewers. Coming up to bat, bottom of the lineup, number 10, Scotty McKnight, the shortstop. This guy from Temecula, California, Chris.
Oh, yeah.
Out there.
Let's not talk about Temecula tonight.
Here's the 0-0 pitch, goes for the bunt, but it gets past him on the outside fastball, ball one. 1-0 count, 2 outs, no runners on base, thank goodness. Owls still leading 10-5 here in the bottom of the 6th.
DeGeorgis pitching for the Owls have not pitched a whole lot of pitches tonight. He could go another inning at least.
The 1-0 pitch is a grounder again to Hindley Stacia at shortstop and makes the rocket across first, but it's overthrown at first base. McKnight going to second, and McKnight holds up on second base there. Oh, boy. I don't know if
on the throwing error. They'll count that an error. I'm sure, a throwing error.
An error on Mark Trumbo there, and now a runner on second base. Or is it on the thrower?
They'll probably call the error to Stacia. No, they're
called it a hit.
hit.
Interesting. Okay. Now a runner on second base. 2 outs for the Brewers. Owls still leading 10-5 here in the bottom of the 6th. We're back at the top of the lineup with the Brewers. The dangerous top of the lineup with Ford, the left fielder.
That last hit, even being overthrown, should not have been an extra base. Whipke was kind of slow to get down there. The catcher should back up the first baseman on infield grounders, to back up any kind of overthrow, but he was not in the correct position. Again, kind of slow to get down there.
Okay, 0-0 count. Here comes the pitch to Ford. And it's inside corner there, curving, strike one.
And a good pitch, well-placed pitch. Again, using 4 pitches in his arsenal, 2 fastballs. One of them has some movement into the batter. That last one, his curveball, comes in the low 80s. Also uses a slider very effectively.
Pitcher checking his runner at second. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Ford. This time catches the outside of the plate there. Strike 2, fastball.
And now Whiskey's going to go and give a word of advice. Okay, now you got him 0-2, but this guy likes to fight it off.
He'll be here forever if he has to.
And I tell you what, you don't want to just give him the meat after he gets 3 balls
Right.
if he starts to fight it off.
Right.
Ford is not inhuman or superhuman. He does have 21 strikeouts on the season.
But he has singled the last 3 at-bats.
Well, that last at-bat was a dropped fly ball.
Oh, that didn't really count. That's not good on him. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Ford. High pop fly out to right field. And looks like it's in shallow right field. And Billy Boy, the second baseman, gets underneath it in right field and makes the catch. That's 3 outs. That ends the bottom of the 6th inning. The Owls still leading 10-5. Come on back for the 7th after this.
Welcome to the Pepsi Theater Minute. Today, the story of Langusto and Pesto.
Ah, Langusto.
Oh, pesto.
Cacciatore, lasagna, gorgonzola.
Oh, linguini, la carbonara, calzone.
Scalupini, tortellini al pomodoro, bruschetta, prosciutto, ricotta. Pepsi.
Pepsi, cappellini, salame, pancetta, Pepsi, mortadella.
Calzone, Pepsi.
Pepsi, ravioli, scalopine, minestrone, prosciutto.
Pepsi e scalopine.
Linguini, cannelloni, maccheroni, gnocchi, gorgonzola.
Gorgonzola, bologna.
Spaghetti.
Antipasti.
Parmigiano, provolone, mozzarella, Pepsi.
Langusto, calamari. Langusto, Pepsi.
Pepsi, food's good. Pepsi, it's the cola.
Today, more and more people are insuring their homes with us through Auto Owners Insurance. We'll provide low-cost, quality protection, claim service that is second to none, and if you insure both your home and car through Auto Owners Insurance, you'll qualify for additional premium discounts.
Find out more at Blue Mountain Insurance, located on University Avenue in Provo. Give them a call at 373-SAVE. That's 373-7283. Blue Mountain Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance. The no problem people.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. We're now on the top of the 7th. The Owls leading 10-5. Billy Boyer's at the plate right now. Here comes his first pitch, and
another high fly ball. He hammers that one, but not far enough. Caught on the warning track by Fermate, the center fielder for the Brewers.
Darn it. Boyer with a home run his last at-bat, and now with one away. Top of the 7th inning, Owls still leading 10-5. Now with 1 out, coming up to the plate. Number 8, Flint Whipke, the catcher. We saw Greg Deaney, our other catcher, taking a couple of practice swings in between innings there.
Out in the bullpen. He still has a bat in his hand.
Interesting.
In fact, they look like they're posing for a picture. Everybody with a little elbow on the shoulder out there.
Okay, Whipke at the plate right now. 1 out, no runners on base. Top of the 7th, now leading 10-5. Here come Whipke's 0-0 pitch. Bada bing, and lets it fly. Inside fastball, strike. Nope, ball 1. That one almost snagging Whipke on the hand, so it must have been a ball.
The Owls making pretty quick work of the Brewers to end off the 6th inning. The Owls have scored again in every inning except for the 2nd inning tonight. That one a bloop.
Oh, nice. 1-0 pitch. Bloops right in front of a second baseman, but makes the toss over to the first baseman, Yost, and gets the out at first base there. Yost almost fell over, but made the tag. So that's 2 outs now for the Owls here in the top of the 7th. They still lead 10-5 over the Brewers, and coming up to bat now, bottom of the lineup, number 23, Stan Trell Smith, the center fielder from Atlanta, Georgia.
Stan Trell has grounded out twice tonight, but doubled and drove in a run. Stan Trell Smith. Flash.
Stan Trell Smith with an RBI tonight.
Here comes the 0-0 pitch. Curveball. Gets in there. Strike 1.
Just on the inside corner. So 0-1 count now for Smith. No runners on base. 2 outs. Owls still leading 10-5 over the Brewers here in the top of the 7th. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Smith. This time it's outside, and Stan Trell Smith swings on it. Strike 2.
Yeah, fastball on the outside. Had he laid off it, it would have been ball 1. So 0-2, and Stan Trell Smith quickly down in the count. He's done well to avoid strikeouts lately.
Comes his pitch, high fastball inside, ball 1. Smith ducking back for that one. 1-2 count, 2 outs. Smith at the plate right now for the Owls.
Outfield's playing pretty deep except for center. He's kind of at a medium depth.
The 1-2 pitch, and grounds that one down the third baseline foul, and still strike 2 for Smith. That one looked like it bounced in the dirt just near the plate and then went foul early.
And then just spun out there on the third baseline. Smith actually, he's a strong kid, and he does have power. If he has a home run on the season, a couple of doubles, he's got the potential to put one out of the park or put one over off the wall or something like that.
True.
A lot of speed and a lot of power.
Here comes his 1-2 pitch. Another high fastball, this time outside. And Smith knows better and pulls back. Ball 2.
Well, doing their homework, it would suggest that Smith has a lot of strikeouts from the high fastballs, but lately he's been staying off them a little better.
The 2-2 pitch gets a hold of that one. Blooper out in the left center shallow field and a single for Smith. Does that make any sense? Left center shallow field?
I think they know what you're talking about. It's not the regular way to say it, but are we regular people?
No, sir.
No. That's why I eat bran muffins. And no.
And razor blades.
Stop it.
No, I'm just kidding. Chris doesn't eat razor blades.
Sancho Smith with 2 outs. Sancho Smith on first base, and coming to the plate, Heinle Stacia. Been tough to get out tonight.
Yeah. Stacia with a couple singles and walked one of his time, popped out one of his time.
He stole a base last time he was out there.
Comes up to the plate with a runner on first and 2 outs. Al still leading 10-5 over the Brewers here in the top of the 7th. And pitcher thrown over there to first base. Smith still safe at first, though.
Santrell over on first base, base runner for the Owls. Look for him to run.
The 0-0 pitch outside, almost a pitch out there, ball 1.
I think the Brewers are also looking for him to run.
Well, they knew he ran from third to home that last time.
That's right.
So they know he'll do it.
But if they give a couple of pitch outs, then they'll be behind the station. That's not where they want to be there. That'd be a mistake, I think.
1-0 pitch, just catching the outside corner there. Strike 1.
And they're not going to do any more pitch outs. I think they realize that would be a mistake. So that's kind of the fun way to do it if you're the base runner. Hope for a couple of pitch outs. Right. Then your batter gets ahead in the count.
Right.
And then go, and then you got a really nice hit and run to go on.
There's the 1-1 pitch, outside and low, breaking, ball 2. 2-1 count, 2 outs. Runner on first base. Stacia at the plate right now for the Owls. Owls still leading 10-5 here in the top of the 7th. Pitcher taking his merry time between pitches. Here comes the 2-1 pitch to Stacia. This time inside, another one breaking ball in the dirt, ball 3.
Looked like a slider that missed, and Stacia lays off of that, and he's ahead in the count, 3 balls and 1 strike.
Nice work, Stacia.
Here comes the 2-out rally. You got to score. I mean, this is what you do every inning.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
You've got a pattern going.
3-1 pitch gets a hold of it. Blooper out in the left center field into the gap. And a base hit for Heinle Stacia. Now runners on first and second.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Right. Smith holds up on second base. So Owls have runners on first and second. 2 outs. Here's the rally. Kuhn.
Coming to the plate, Bradley Kuhn.
Singled his last 2 at-bats. Got hit by a pitch his first at-bat. So he's been on base 3 of his 4 times tonight.
Also leading the Brewers 10-5 here in the top of the 7th. And you know 10 plus 5 is 15. Bradley Kuhn's number 15.
Oh,
that means something, Chris. That means something.
We'll know what it means. I'm not exactly sure, but we'll know what it means soon.
Here's his 0 pitch grounder. Just getting past the first baseman into right field. Runner's going.
Coming home.
And the throw comes into third base. Third baseman bobbles it, and looks like Kuhn makes it to second. Stacia makes it to third, and a run scored in. Santrell Smith coming in for a run scored. So an RBI from Bradley Kuhn. That's 8 on the season.
They probably won't count that as a true RBI because they didn't. They chose a throw to
fielder's choice
instead of more of a fielder's choice kind of thing.
Okay.
Well, whatever. In my book, it's an RBI.
So now the Owls lead 11-5 over the Brewers here in the top of the 7th. Runners on second and third. That was Santrell Smith coming in for the run scored off of Bradley Kuhn's single into right field.
The pattern continues. We're going to have a conference on the mound here. None of the relief pitchers have been very effective against the Owls. The conference on the mound, there's not any more relievers up in the bullpen for the Brewers. And
looks like I think they're checking on the pitcher. Maybe he
overextended something.
Yeah, hurt his arm or his ankle or something. The athletic trainer for the Brewers, Tim Steinhaus, coming out to the mound as well. It looks like they're done out there.
Got a quick word.
Okay, still 2 outs for the Owls here in the top of the 7th inning. We now lead 11-5 over the Brewers.
The rally continues.
Runners on second and third, and now coming up to bat, number 24, Mark Trumbo, the first baseman. Trumbo doing okay tonight with an RBI and a double.
And an infield single, so he's 2 for 4.
Cool.
Oh, yeah, he scored a couple runs, too.
That's right.
Came in last inning. They're almost around the lineup again.
Trumbo's 0-0 pitch is inside, fastball, 4-1. Kuhn out there on second base taking a crazy leadoff. And now the 1-0 count, 2 outs, runners on second and third. Trumbo at the plate right now.
The base runners want to create some havoc, create some problems, and worry the pitcher. That one, a curveball breaking off the plate, but ball 2-2. So 2-0 the count to Trumbo. You don't want to get behind to Trumbo.
No.
He does well when he's behind 0-2 in the count.
Doesn't
Sometimes
matter.
he'll still slap a good one, but you don't want to get desperate and throw a fastball right down the middle for him or something.
There's a 2-0 pitch and fouled that one over towards the Brewers bullpen for strike number 1.
Very good fastball hitter. He struggles with the high fastball. He's been getting a lot better with curves. We've seen him improve on curveballs just in this road trip alone.
2-1 is the count against Trumbo. Runners on second and third, 2 outs. Here comes the 2-1 pitch to Trumbo. That one right over the plate there, curving a bit inside. Strike 2, I'm sorry.
Okay, so now 2-2 the count to Trumbo.
Still got runners left on there on second and third. Owlz still leading 11-5 here in the top of the 7th. Trumbo at the plate right now with a 2-2 count and 2 outs.
With Kuhn on second, a lot of speed. Spacious fast on third, too. That one fastball 2 inside, ball 3, so full count. A well-hit single with Kuhn could score him from second.
Yeah. And Spacious over there at third, no problem him getting in as well.
Nah, he can skip and frolic across the plate.
I hope he doesn't.
So probably won't.
Trumbo gets a hold of that one high, pop fly out to right field. Right fielder Caton getting underneath it and makes the catch out there in right field. That's the end of the top of the 7th, and Owls are now leading 11-5 over the Brewers. Come on back to the bottom after this.
Tacos.
Burgers.
Tacos.
Burgers.
What about pasta? No time.
Sure there is. At Fazoli's, we can build our own pasta starting at just $2.99. It's super fast and super fresh. In about the same time as it takes for a greasy burger, we can build an Italian masterpiece like spaghetti and spicy marinara.
Spicy marinara?
Yep.
Fazoli's. Cool, let's pick up Cindy.
Karen. Cindy. No, man.
Fazoli's, faster, fresher, better.
I'm here with Alex Nibley and Amanda Pettingill, an instructor and a student from Amber's Battle, the new movie shot at Utah Valley State College. So, Alex, what were your roles on this project?
I wrote the script for Amber's Battle, and I was one of the 2 professors that put together what came to be called the Digital Cinema Boot Camp.
You learn an immense amount, something that you can't be taught in the classroom.
During that time, we produced 2 movies and 1 television show. You know, it's real filmmaking. It's not just kids running around with video cameras.
Amanda, what is it like to be female in this industry?
You are in smaller numbers, but in a way you can use it to your advantage because women will stick out more.
What is the future for film at UVSC?
UVSC has set its sights on becoming the premier film training institution in Utah, if not the whole Intermountain West, and I think they can become one of the best in the country.
I enjoy working on these productions, and that is why UVSC is my choice.
For teaching film production, UVSC is my choice.
1400 K-Star.
Thank you. Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. We're now in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Orem Owls leading 11-5 over the Brewers. Still pitching out there for the Owls. Tim DeGeorgis doing an excellent job tonight.
Oh, he's been more than good, and they still don't have anybody in the bullpen warming up. Now, DeGeorgis, I don't know if they'll work him into the starting rotation by the end of the season. I don't know, but he's got great stuff. Pitching, or I'm sorry, you were going to say this.
I was going to say Charlie Fermain's up to bat right now for the Brewers. His first pitch is over the plate, strike 1.
Hey, is the song still going on?
Theme's still continuing.
Yeah, that's kind of fun.
0-1 is the count. No outs yet. Bottom of the 7th. No runners on base. Fermain's at the plate right now. The next pitch is a high inside curveball. For ball 1.
There you go. Get that back on your head. Of the original starting rotation, there's 3 that are still in there for the Owls. 2 of them, there's a hit to grounder to Boyer, brings it up, and puts it away, throwing that to Trumbo. 1 out.
That was so sedated.
Yeah, and that's a lazy grounder, and Billy Boyer comes up with it. Okay. So anyway, the 2 pitchers in the rotation that are not in the rotation anymore are Anthony Whittington and Brendan Wilson. Both of them have been on the injured list. They started throwing today.
That is
starting
correct.
to rehab a little bit.
Yeah,
so
they saw them working their arms.
They'll come out of the bullpen when they start pitching in regular games again. Now batting, Ángel Sálome for the
First
Brewers.
pitch is in the outside corner for strike one, fastball. 0-1 count, 1 out for the Brewers, no runners on base. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Sálome.
Ooh, good pitch.
And Sálome swings on that outside fastball for strike two.
And he didn't hold up the check swing in time. Another one of these starters has gone down today. Andy Hill is going to be on the disabled list for just a little while, the injured list.
There's the 0-2 pitch. That one's way outside, ball one, curving.
Taking his place in the rotation, Andy Hill was going to start tomorrow night. They were going to fly him out so that he could be rested, but instead they flew out Daniel Hawkins. He'll be starting tomorrow night for the Owls.
1-2 pitch. Sálome gets a hold of it way out in the right field, and it bounces down in the warning track off the right field wall. Here comes the throw in. Sálome going to second. The relay to Boyer at second. Stacia covering the bag at second, and looks like Sálome makes it to second. I said second base so many darn times in that.
There's a lot of twos going on there. Another double, second double for the night for Ángel Sálome. And coming to the plate now, Brendan Caton.
That is Salome's 10th double on the season. He's now up there in the Pioneer League standings, right up there with Mark Trumbo. I'm sorry, Dallas Morris.
Oh, Morris has 11 after tonight.
Oh, yeah.
We still got an edge on you, Sálome.
Top of him.
Now that's going to call up a little bit of action, the Owls bullpen. Getting warmed up out there is, that's Mike Pete. 32, Mike Pete. Yeah, that's our only lefty out there, so that's a gimme.
Well, 1 out still for the Brewers here in the bottom of the 7th. Owls still leading 11-5. And now the runner on second base. Coming up to the plate, number 82, Brendan Caton, the right fielder. Caton tonight so far getting out on the fantastic double play and a couple ground outs.
I think it'll be nice when we get Anthony Whittington back in on our pitching staff. Even though he's coming out of the bullpen, we only have 3 left-handed pitchers on the Owls staff. One of them is Kelly Shearer, a starter, and then Mike Pete out of the bullpen.
First pitch to Caton is outside in the dirt, breaking ball 1. 1-0 count, 1 out, runner on second. Caton at the plate right now for the Brewers. Owls still leading 11-5 here in the bottom of the 7th.
Caton is doubled tonight, grounded out his other 2 at bats.
And here comes his 1-0 pitch. That one catches the outside corner with a fastball. Strike 1. Watches it go by.
Well placed. DeGeorgis is one of the only Owls pitchers who seem to be able to figure out this dangerous top of the lineup and heart of the lineup for the Brewers.
Comes the 1-1 pitch to Caton. This time inside corner. Strike 2. Nice. Another curveball.
And he's using the off speed and his fastball. There's about 10-mile-an-hour difference between them, maybe even a little bit more. His curveballs will come in the high 70s, like 78, 79. His fastballs are more around the 92 area, 93. So that's a good speed difference, and he gets him swinging on another curveball, just got a piece of it, so still at bat.
And that one fouls off the bottom of Caton's bat there. Still strike 2. 1-2 count, 1 out. Runner on second. Caton at the plate right now for the Brewers. Owls still leading 11-5 here in the bottom of the 7th. Sorry, there was some kind of demon coming out of my throat on that one. Bubbling up.
Owls have shut down the Brewers' offense the last 2 innings. If they can get through this one, that'll be a 3rd inning, not allowing any runs.
On second base out there is Fermaint. Is that right? No, Sálome.
That's Sálome.
Leading off quite a bit.
This is the Tim DeGeorgis has already gone 2 2/3 innings for the Owls.
The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss there.
Like to get through this one.
And that is, I guess it just snagged the bottom of his bat. Still strike 2 for Caton.
Yeah, fouled down onto the plate. I think I am sounding a little bit lazy tonight.
No, it was just that one play. The rest of
that's a little down on the plate.
Kind of a John Wayne broadcast there.
Yeah.
That one's hitting the plate. Fouling down. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Caton. Swing and a miss on the outside fastball. Strike 3. And Caton goes down swinging. Nice placement. Looking good to him. And he had to swing and reach. And just missed it. So that's 2 outs now for the Brewers. And still have a runner on second base. The Owls still lead 11-5 here in the bottom of the 7th. And coming up to bat for the Brewers, number 63, Mat Gamel, the 3rd baseman.
Gamel's a lefty. They may call for Mike Pete, and they do. They would rather a lefty-lefty matchup here, hopefully striking him out. Tim DeGeorgis has been great, pitching 3 innings, striking out 1, and he's going to head to the dugout, giving some high fives and some little fisty hits there. Now coming in is Mike Pete, number 32.
So Mike Pete, one of our left-handed pitchers on the team with a 0-0 record. 1.93 ERA, 4 2/3 innings pitched so far, and 4 strikeouts. Pete, I don't have where
he played at Florida. Appeared in the College World Series.
Yeah, that's right. Brandon, Florida.
Where Florida dropped the final championship game. They were playing University of Texas. They came out of the one bracket, Texas out of the other, and they lost 2 of the 3 games there. So
Pete with kind of a 3/4 left-handed throw. It comes just on the...
And that's right, a 3/4 delivery. See, Joey, you're learning. You're getting really good at this.
Thanks,
that's a shame. I'm not. I didn't mean to baby you.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm trying really hard.
Mike Pete is used to long relief appearances. He worked with Florida as the long reliever in the middle relief. So we've got 2 1/3 innings ahead of him. He can get this out and then work the next 2.
We apologize for not realizing it was Mike Pete the last couple games ago. So Mike Pete is now in. I hope you're listening if you're a family or friend of Mike Pete.
That's right.
Thanks for tuning in.
We know you're out there.
Yes.
We know you're out there. Mike Pete's got good stuff. In fact, we were talking to Mike Pete before the game today. Talked to him just a little bit.
Yeah.
Last time he was out, again, one of these discrepancies with the earned runs or the errors. And he wondered how he had an earned run because both runs that scored in his last appearance were from errors.
Right. And it appeared on the stat sheet, and he was very confused.
That's right. And we were confused. And
doesn't make any sense.
We don't know. We've got these discrepancies already, but then we don't know which of those get changed by the end of the game. Some of them do get changed. Some of them don't. So we're not sure which run was earned.
Okay, we're still in
he's a good pitcher.
Point is, thanks a lot, Mike Pete, for showing up. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Owlz still lead 11-5. The Brewers have a runner on second. Gamel's at the plate right now for the Brewers, and here comes Gamel's 0-0 pitch.
Curveball.
Almost catching the outside corner there, ball 1.
And he just missed.
Yeah, that was very close. 1-0 count now. 2 outs. Still got a runner on second. Gamel's at the plate right now. Gamel had that line out to shortstop his last at bat. And here comes Gamel's 1-0 pitch. High pop fly out in the left center field. Looks like it's going back on the dirt there.
Kuhn's on his horse.
And
off the
wall in front of left fielder Kuhn. And a double for Gamel, allowing Ángel Sálome to come in for a run scored. So another RBI for Gamel, making his total 9 for the season. And a run scored in there by Sálome. So the Brewers now with 6. Owlz still leading 11-6 over the Brewers. And now a runner still on second base.
And DeGeorgis was still pitching pretty well. I'm not saying that Mike Pete's not a good pitcher, but it may have been kinder to him to allow him to start from fresh with the 8th inning and instead of starting out of the stretch.
That's the 4th double for Gamel on the season. And now with 2 outs, runner on second, coming up to the plate for the Brewers, number 67, and Agustin Septimo.
That's the 3rd RBI tonight for Mat Gamel, too. Driven in half the runs. We still have a 5-run lead. The Owlz still up 11-6. The Brewers with a runner on second, but 2 outs.
We're still in the bottom of the 7th inning here, and here comes number 64.
And it's going to be a change in the lineup. Ken Holmberg steps up now.
Okay, instead of Septimo, pinch hitting for Septimo, Holmberg, number 64. And Holmberg comes in the game. Let's see if I can do this fast enough. Batting .357.
He's a good batter, and he's got some speed. He's got some power.
Last night, here's his 0-0 pitch. Gets a hold of it. It's out in the left field, high pop fly, and left fielder Kuhn makes the jumping catch out there in deep left field and gets out number 3. That ends the bottom of the 7th inning. The Owlz still leading now 11-6 over the Brewers. Come on back for the top of the 8th.
One of the unsung heroes at the ballpark is the groundskeeping crew, and it's up to them to ensure the field looks its best on game day. While your yard may not take the same pounding as the turf at a baseball stadium, it still deserves professional care. More Utah County residents rely on the pros at Frederico Landscaping Incorporated. They're now celebrating their 25th year of providing custom residential landscaping. For all your landscaping needs, including water features and grounds maintenance, you can rely on Frederico Landscaping. See their work online at fredericolandscaping.com.
After watching the Orem Owls hit home runs all night, it's time to have a great reason to run home. Nothing beats a Love Sack waiting for you. Oversized sacks from Love Sack may look like huge bean bags, but they are filled with extra soft Durafoam and come in a variety of designer covers ready to match any lifestyle. But just like the Owls, a Love Sack is something you've got to see in person to really appreciate. Come stack out for yourself at the Love Sack store in the Riverwood Shopping Center in Provo, or any of the other locations across the Wasatch Front. For the original and still the best oversized sack, there's only Love Sack.
1400 K-Star.
Shake, 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 Orem Owls. Welcome back to the top of the 8th inning. The Owls still leading 11-6 over the Brewers here in the top of the 8th. The Brewers have taken the field out there, still pitching out there for the Brewers now. Number 24, Chris Jean, that's right. And now taking second base in place of Augustus Septimo is Ken Holmberg, now playing second out there. So batting this inning for the Owls, we're looking at Dallas Morris, Overstreet, and Rosario.
Right there, the heart of the order, the 4, 5, 6 batters.
Yeah. Morris batting .311 so far tonight.
Reached every time up.
25 RBIs because of tonight.
3 singles, a double, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored tonight.
Bam.
His total's up to now 25 RBIs, as you said, and 22 runs scored so far this year.
Okay, here comes Morris's 0-0 pitch, and it's inside, pass ball, ball 1. So 1-0 count for Morris. No runners on base yet. No outs yet. We're in the top of the 8th. The Owls leading 11-5. Morris again, 3 home runs on the season. Here's his 1-0 pitch, high and inside, ball 2.
And we'd like to keep this pattern going since the 3rd inning. Well, the 1st inning they scored 3. The Owls scored 3. And then 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th innings, they put at least 1 run on the board.
Yeah. Here's a 2-0 pitch to Morris. High fastball, swing and a miss inside, and strike 1 for Morris.
And that high fastball, if you can do it right against a lot of our Owls batters, that's the one that they'll swing at.
Right. Either pops it up or just swing and a miss. Here's a 2-1 pitch to Morris. Another one. Geez, inside high fastball, strike 2 for Morris. Swinging again. 2-2 is the count. No outs yet. No runners on base. Morris still at the plate here in the top of the 8th. Owls still leading 11-6. And here comes the 2-2 pitch to Morris. Lets it fly. And that one inside. Ball 3. That one a little
high and inside, but it didn't curve quite enough. Quite enough. So now 3-2 the count. We got a full count on Morris.
And here comes his pitch. Lets it go. This one he gets a hold of, but it pops up behind us for foul ball.
That looks like a hole in the net.
It did.
It almost hit.
You'll be all right, Chris. I promise you.
Okay.
Well, I can't really promise that, but
thank you, Joe.
I hope you're all right.
In front of me?
Nope. Okay. Here comes the 3-2 pitch to Morris. Yeah, grounder down the third base line, and third baseman Gamel bobbles it, but still makes the throw across the diamond to first and gets the out at first base. That was close. 1 out now for the Owls here in the top of the 8th. We still lead 11-6 over the Brewers. And coming at the bat now for the Orem Owls, number 12, Colby Overstreet, the designated hitter out of Midland, Texas.
That's the first time they've got Dallas out tonight.
Yeah.
Colby Overstreet coming to the plate, batting .263 coming into tonight.
Yep.
Singled his first at bat, and then grounded out twice and lined out once. He does have 4 unofficial RBIs, but 1 official RBI. That one, first pitch swing, drive to left center field, and it's going to drop on the warning track. Stand-up double, and he's going to hold up there.
Nice. The throw came in much too late, and Overstreet now safe at second base there with only 1 out. So a double for Colby Overstreet, and that looks like Colby Overstreet's 3rd double on the season.
Yeah, most of his hits are singles.
Right.
For a big
That's
guy.
right. His first extra base hit.
Tonight.
No, tonight.
3rd extra base hit overall, this being his 3rd double. But for most of the time, it's singles.
All right, so only 1 out for the Owls. Now with the runner on second, stepping up to the plate, 19, Anderson Rosario, the right fielder from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. Rosario having a pretty tough night tonight.
That's right. He's got to lay off those high fastballs if he wants to get on base. He's struck out twice, grounded out, and popped up to the pitcher.
Here's his 0-0 pitch, outside curveball, ball 1, 1-0 count, 1 out, runner on second. Rosario at the plate right now for the Owls. Owls still leading 11-6 here in the top of the 8th.
Rosario steps in there having 1 home run on the season, 7 RBIs. He's got some speed.
Here's his 1-0 pitch, and fouls that one down into the Owls dugout for strike number 1. Was it Rosario who had the
pop-up?
No, kept hitting it into his leg.
No, that was the Station.
That was Station, that's right, because he's batting right.
You see?
1-1 count now, 1 out. Still got a runner on second there. Here comes the next pitch to Rosario. And this one he gets a hold of right into the left center gap in between third and shortstop. And here comes
They're waving him home.
And Overstreet coming in home. They don't even attempt to throw it there. And another run scored in for the Owls and an RBI from Anderson Rosario, finally getting on base tonight. Rosario now with 8 RBIs in the season. Overstreet coming in for the run scored. So the Owls now leading 12-6 over the Brewers here in the top of the 6th inning. Now top of the 8th. Now runner on first.
You just got to be patient. After a while, he's a free swinger, Rosario, but they'll get a hold of him every once in a while.
Pay off.
We're going to have another pitching change here. The 4th pitcher of the night for the Brewers.
All right.
As the Owls continue their pattern. Another run scored here. So
goodness.
Out of the 8 innings, we're in the top of the 8th here. Out of the 8 times the Orem Owls have been at bat, they've scored 7 of those at bats.
Wow.
And again, there's no such thing as too much padding when you're playing the Brewers.
Exactly. We've learned that lesson hard.
There's the call to the bullpen.
Okay, now with only 1 out, a new pitcher for the Helena Brewers.
And number 30, you guys don't know who that is unless you're sitting by a computer. Oh, yeah,
Now pitching for the Brewers, number 30, Wilfrido Laureano. He comes from El Sabo, Dominican Republic. He was acquired as a free agent way back in 2001. He last played with the Arizona Brewers. Laureano comes into the game with a record of 0-0, 1.42 ERA on 6 1/3 innings pitched, and 6 strikeouts on the season. He has hit no batters.
A lot of the pitchers in the Owls bullpen at least have, Mike Pete's an exception because he came to us a little bit late after the College World Series, but at least have around 9, 10 innings pitched to get a little bit better of a feel of what they can do.
Yeah, when it's that early, you can't really get the numbers. Don't tell anything.
A lot of these clubs have a lot of pitchers, and that they've got to stick into the bullpen. They're overloaded on pitchers.
Yep.
Looks like we've got Kevin Lynch out there warming up for the Owls.
Okay, we're in the top of the 8th inning. The Owls now leading 12-6 over the Brewers. They have a runner now on first base, thanks to a nice hit by Rosario. And now coming at the bat, number 7, Billy Boyer, the second baseman. Here's his pitch. High inside, ball 1, fastball.
Boyer had a home run 2 at bats ago, and then his last at bat he had a big fly ball that got to the warning track, but they chased it down.
That's right. 1-0 is the count. 1 out, runner on first base. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Boyer. Gets a hold of another high pop fly, this time out into right center field. And looks like right fielder calling for it. That's right fielder Caton, and makes the catch out there in shallow right field. That's 2 outs now for the Owls here in the top of the 8th. We still lead 12-6 over the Brewers and still have a runner out there on first base. Now coming up to bat, number 8, Flint Whipke, the catcher.
And Whipke has
my head itches.
Singled, but he's also struck out, popped out, and grounded out. He's just, trying to get every
trying to try them all
out there. He scored a run tonight.
Here's his 0-0 pitch. 0-0. I said the wrong thing. I'm not supposed to say.
What is
0-0.
The 0-0?
There's no zeros in baseball.
That's right.
0-0 pitch is inside corner fastball for strike 1. Here comes his 0-1 pitch to Whipke. And that one, nice same place. Inside corner fastball, strike 2. Watching it go by. 0-2 is the count. 2 out. Runner on first there. Whipke at the plate right now for the Owls.
And look for Rosario to be moving soon. That one, a swing, fouled down the third baseline.
And still strike 2 for Whipke.
Inside again, but changed speeds on him with the breaking ball.
Looks like Whipke calling for a different bat over there.
Chip that one.
I wonder how different it is to play with a chip on the bat. I mean, it could affect the next. Are they allowed to? Can you play with a broken bat or a chip bat?
Well, with a chip bat, no.
It has to be perfectly clean?
No, it's like playing with a ball that's scuffed up.
What if you just want to do for fun?
Joey's having a conversation now with the official scorekeeper.
He said you wouldn't be playing very long if you played with that kind of bat. Here's the 0-2 pitch, high inside fastball, ball 1. Whipke doing a good job watching it go by. 1-2 is the count, 2 outs, runner on first. Whipke still at the plate here in the top of the 8th. The Owls leading 12-6. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one right over the plate there. Fastball, strike 3, and Whipke strikes out looking. That is the end of the top of the 8th inning. The Owls are still leading 12-6. Come on back for the bottom.
Pioneer Radio and Sports would like to thank the following businesses who are committed to customer service.
This Owlz broadcast is brought to you in part by Pace and Sports and Trophy, Blue Ribbon Quality and Service, by Frederico Landscaping, exceeding your expectations since 1980, by the United States Air Force, Cross into the Blue, by Western States Insurance Agency. Our customers are first class, just like our service, and by Triple T Heating and Cooling, comfort from our family to yours.
The Wolverine, or Owlz, makes its den close to the I-15 freeway in Orem, Utah. Its feeding grounds on the campus of Utah Valley State College provides the Wolverine with a plentiful diet of over 32 four-year programs and an array of savory associate's degrees. But the Wolverine's an insatiable hunter and has developed an appetite for larger prey in the NCAA. Its recent forays have already disrupted Division I wildlife throughout the region. The Wolverine's a ferocious fighter, known to defeat animals several times its size. Humans should avoid confrontation with Wolverines wherever possible. Yet, for the sake of research, we went into the Wolverine den to record their behavior.
For decades, the cougar's been presumed by ecologists and athletic directors in Utah to be at the top of the provincial food chain. Now, with the introduction of the green and gold UVSC Wolverines into the NCAA Division I ecosystem, it's evident that, as they say, there's a new color in town.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. Thank you, Lindsay, for playing a little They Might Be Giants there. One of the best songs.
Lindsay's the producer of our show.
He works over there at K-Star, 1400 AM.
Good old
what
K-Star.
you're listening to. You can also listen to our broadcast on the web, or Owlz.com, for our webcast. And that's how most of the players' families get to listen out there all over the United States and all over the world, actually. So we're back here in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Owls leading 12-6. Still pitching out there for the Owls, Mike Pete, number 32. And coming up to bat for the Brewers right now, number 68, Ned Yost, the first baseman.
Down at the bottom of the lineup.
Yeah.
Down to the last 6 outs now for the Brewers. They've got this inning and the 9th inning to erase the 6-run deficit.
All right, here comes the 0-0 pitch to Yost. And it's a low and outside fastball for ball 1. 1-0 count, no outs, no runners on base yet. Yost at the plate right now for the Brewers. And here comes his 1-0 pitch. Another one, same place, outside and low, ball 2.
It looked like it broke down. Slider.
Yeah. Slider.
You got a slider. So the infield almost looks bored out there.
The 2-0 pitch. And it looks like it's going foul over the right field wall and drops in the dirt in right field foul territory. Strike 1 for Yost.
Rosario sure hustled trying to get to it.
Yeah.
So very short. The outfield shaded. Well, Kuhn covers a lot of ground in left field.
Yeah.
So that one of the things you want to look at in the outfield is, number one, just where the hitter usually hits it. So you got Santrell Smith kind of shaded a little bit to the right, and Kuhn out in left covers a lot of distance. So they're going to just let him kind of patrol that all by himself. And that last pitch, a fastball on the corner, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Here comes the pitch to Yost. Gets a hold of that one, grounder to Dallas Morris, and it bounces out of his glove. And a single there for...
they rule it a hit.
Rule it hit, so a single for Ned Yost.
Should.
And that one just bounced out of Morris's glove over there at third base. So now the Brewers have a runner on first. No outs yet. Bottom of the 8th. Owls still leading 12-6. And now batting for the Brewers.
Is this a pinch hitter, number 48?
Yes, it is. Now batting for the Brewers, number 48, Michael Bell. We saw him last night. Bell comes from Red Bluff, California. Acquired in the 15th round in the 2005 draft. He last played with the Grayson College team in Texas. Bell comes into the game batting .286, 18 RBIs, no home runs yet, and 8 doubles. Good gracious.
They're making this change because Mike Bell comes to the plate as a right-handed hitter, facing a left-handed pitcher,
right?
Mike Pete.
Okay, the Brewers are the runner on first here in the bottom of the 8th. Also leading 12-6. No outs yet for the Brewers. Here comes the 0-0 pitch to Bell. Just catches the outside corner. Fastball, strike 1.
So Mike versus Mike. Mike Bell, Mike Pete.
Pete and Bell.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's what they're doing. After about 3 hours, we run out of things to say.
Here's the 0-1 pitch to Bell. High and outside fastball, ball 1. 1-1 is the count now. No outs yet. Runner on first base over there.
We've got Kevin Lynch warming up in the bullpen for the Owls. Hopefully not that they will need him, but just in case.
Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Bell. This one gets him outside corner fastball, strike two. Pete, the pitcher for the Owls, good at the location of those fastballs hitting the outside corner.
Yeah, he's found that outside corner pretty well so far tonight.
1-2 is the count. 1 out. I'm sorry, no out. Here's the pitch to Bell. Pass ball outside, and looks like the runner goes to second base. That's
Yost.
That's Yost making it to second on that pass ball.
That takes away the double play option, at least the regular double play option.
It's a wild pitch, actually.
Yeah, they kept going on the outside, and that one too outside. So you got to be careful. And the catcher, as the backstop, needs to be able to get behind those. Part of the catcher, part of the pitcher, and
right.
It's never any one person's fault, is it?
Just like a relationship.
That's right. We're a team.
2-2 pitch, now with the runner on second. Here's the pitch to Bell. High pop fly out in the left field, shallow left field. And Stacia, the shortstop, calls for it and makes the catch there in shallow left field. That's a 1 out now for the Brewers. Still got a runner on second base over there. Owls are still leading 12-6 here in the bottom of the 8th. Brewers now have a runner on second. And now coming up to bat for the Brewers. Back in the lineup, number...
Scotty McKnight. No, there's going to be another.
Okay.
Another pinch hitter. 57.
Okay, now batting for the Brewers, number 57, Ryan Crew. Ryan Crew comes from Sugar Land, Texas. We saw him last night. He was acquired in the 40th round this year. Last played with the, what is that? UT again? Oh, University of Texas, San Antonio. Crew comes in the game, batting .313, 8 RBIs, no home runs. And comes in the game here, the runner on second.
Another
1 out.
right-handed batter.
Oh, that's why.
Mm-hmm.
These tricky Brewers.
Had a lot of left
brewing up
started
something.
Out.
Here comes the 0-0 pitch. And that one's inside curveball, ball 1.
Just missed.
They should, that's why they have ferment on the Brewers.
Fermenting?
On the Brewers.
Ah, that's how you
they use different grains on their bats. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Outside and low that time, ball 2. I could keep going for days.
I know, and it worries me.
And some of the players have good hops.
Okay, you're going to have to stop.
They barely miss the plate sometimes.
So 2-0 the count, 1 away, runner on second.
Don't change the subject. And that one gets him outside corner fastball, strike 1. 2-1 is the count now. 1 out, runner on second.
That fastball on the outside corner that Pete's been pretty good with these last 2 batters.
What's his face? Crew is at the plate right now. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay, good. I remembered.
See if Pete goes back to the outside corner again. It's ineffective.
Here comes the pitch. And Crew gets a hold of that one out in the left field. And Kuhn can't get underneath it and drops in left field on the warning track back there. Crew going to second, so a stand-up double for Ryan Crew and a run scored in for the Brewers. So it looks like an RBI for Ryan Crew. That's Crew's 9th RBI in the season. Another run scored in from Yost. And now the score is 12-7 in favor of the Owls. Anything to add on that?
Well, no, just I would hate to see another meltdown like what happened on Friday night when the Owls had a lead going into this part of the game. I think it was a 3-run lead.
Yeah. The first one was 7. The second one was about 3.
They came into the 9th inning 10-8.
Right.
I believe it was with a 2-run lead because the Brewers picked up a run in the 8th inning on that game, then gave up 3 runs in the 9th to give up the game, 11-10.
Yeah.
That was sad.
Okay.
Tears. Conference on the mound. Zimmerman's talking it over.
Okay. They're keeping Pete out there. We're still in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Owls leading now 12-7 over the Brewers. Brewers have a runner on second base still. Coming up to bat for the Brewers, back at the top of the lineup, Darren Ford, the left fielder.
It's still a 5-run lead for the Owls. Don't want to give this up. That'd be even worse than on Friday.
Yeah.
So Darren Ford comes to the plate now. Darren Ford has singled twice, then reached by that drop fly ball out in right and popped up to second base. His last at bat.
All right, runner on second, 1 out. Here comes the 0-0 pitch to Ford. And grounds that one foul down the third base line for strike number 1. 0-1 is the count, 1 out. Runner on second out there. Ford's at the plate right now.
Seems like every single person in the bullpen for the Owls is standing up and stretching or just playing around, and they're kind of getting bored out there.
Yeah.
The only one really throwing and warming up is still Kevin Lynch.
Right.
And he's stopped throwing because he's thrown quite a few.
The 0-1 pitch to Ford. This time inside corner. Irving
for strike.
2, nice.
So 0-2. Counts on Darren Ford.
Ford just watching him go by. Good for him. Nice work, Ford.
Thank you. Thank you so far.
Yeah, we'll see.
Then again, we've never been down 0-2 in the count before. He fought back, so.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Ford.
Swing and a miss.
There on that pass the ball. Runners don't advance. Oh, it's a drop, strike 3. And Ford goes to first, but Whipkey makes the throw to Trumbo at first base there and gets the out at first. 2 outs now for the Brewers. Yeah.
Got him on the strikeout. Very nice. Charlie Fermaint now comes to the plate for the Brewers.
Comes up to bat here with 2 outs and a runner on second. We're still in the bottom of the 8th. Now leading 12-7. Fermaint tonight, let's see.
Single, ground into double play.
And then popped out to right.
And a ground out to second his last at bat. So he's only reached once tonight, but he did score a run when he did reach.
Right. Fermaint also in the Pioneer League up there with 27 runs scored and 361 batting average. Here comes his 0-0 pitch. Fouls that one down the third base line. Strike number 1. 0-1 is the count. Fermaint at bat right now for the Brewers. Owlz still leading 12-7 here in the bottom of the 8th. Brewers have a runner on second base out there. Fermaint last played with the team last year. Was acquired in 2003, the 4th round. 20 RBIs, 5 home runs in the season. Here comes Fermaint's 0-1 pitch.
Corner again.
Nice curveball outside on the corner. Strike 2. Fermaint watching it go by. Another batter down 0-2.
There you go. And Fermaint has 15 strikeouts on the season. 11 walks. Usually works the count pretty well there. But down 0-2, he's still not out. He's another one who we have seen fight back in the count.
Right.
Like to get out of this inning so we can get through this. One foul down the third.
Good. Almost going fair there, just down the third baseline. Hitting chalk. And that's still strike 2 for Fermaint.
If we can get out of this inning, we'll enter into the 9th inning with the Owlz starting at the very bottom of the lineup, Stantrell Smith, and then going back to the top of the lineup. But with a 5-run lead, we should be able to pull this one out.
0-2 is the count for Fermaint. Runner on second, 2 outs. Pitcher checking his runner behind him. Here's the pitch.
Just missed.
That one just outside, ball 1.
All right.
I think the ump didn't brush off his plate enough. That's why he's not seeing that.
Oh, that's right. That little outside part of the plate.
That's their only job. Make the plate clean. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Fermaint. High outside that time, ball 2. Another one working back in the count, 2-2 now. Runner on second, 2 outs.
That one was released a little bit funny, and Mike Pete knew it as it left his hand, and he was kind of shaking his head. Wow.
Yeah. Wow. What have I done?
I didn't do it right.
Wow. What happened?
You know, there's these new home plates that they've got this little button that just kind of sprays the dirt off itself.
The 2-2 pitch. That one gets an outside corner there. Strike 3. Swing and a miss. So Fermaint strikes out swinging, getting the 3rd out. That ends the bottom of the 8th inning. The Owls still leading 12-7. Come on back for the 9th.
Out and Back is your Utah Valley source for all your family's outdoor adventure needs. So Utah County for over 17 years. We have a wide stock of excellent gear and clothing from Mountain Hardware, the North Face, and Sierra Designs, along with the Valley's largest selection of Chaco sandals. Whether you go camping, climbing, hiking, or mountaineering, we have what you need. Let us take care of you. Out and Back, 1797 South State Street, Orem. Bring in your Owlz ticket stub within 7 days after the game and get up to 3 pair of our $14.95 Quick Dry Nylon River Shorts for only $4.95. Or mention this ad and get 2 pair of $6.95 outdoor socks free with any purchase over $20.
When a medical emergency occurs, the minutes it takes for help to arrive can be the most important minutes in saving a person's life. Do you know what to do in a life-threatening situation? Save a Heart of Utah provides daily private and public classes in CPR and first aid, including the new automatic external defibrillator. The classes are interactive, practical, enjoyable, and may just be the most important 2 hours you ever spend. Make sure you know what to do in an emergency. Call Save a Heart Utah at 582-7114.
1400 K-Star is KSRR Provo.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. Thanks for tuning in. We're now in the top of the 9th inning. The Owls still leading 12-7 over the Brewers. Still pitching out there for the Brewers, Wilfredo Laureano, sorry. Like Chili Rellano.
That's right. Some of those names are a little harder to pronounce.
He's another guy from the Dominican Republic. This time from El Ceibo.
El Ceibo?
Ceibo.
El Ceibo.
Does that mean anything?
I think they spelled it wrong.
It might mean something if it was spelled correct.
Sometimes they'll use Sabo to say selva, which is jungle.
Oh, yeah.
Like we're ready to start here.
Okay.
Starting off the inning for the Owls, center fielder Stantrell Smith.
All right, here comes his 0-0 pitch. Gets a hold of it high, pop fly, going foul. Looks like it's going over the fence over there. And left fielder Ford for the Brewers going all the way to the gate and drops right in front of him. Oh, that's third baseman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like left fielder, maybe you're right. Look out there. Wait a minute.
Wait, there's
He's right there.
They have two left fielders. That isn't fair. That's not how you play.
Well, there's been some defensive changes for the Brewers. Those who came in as pinch hitters last inning are now in the field.
Right, Crew and Bell.
I think Bell has taken over at third.
Yep.
And Crew is at shortstop, I believe. Way inside.
Oh, the 0-1 pitch to Smith almost snags him on the face, but he ducks back for ball one.
A curveball, so he didn't. Yeah, anyway, the curveball almost hit him in the face. High fastball, swing and a miss.
Stantrell Smith swinging up on that one, but misses it. Strike two. 1-2 count, no outs yet, no runners on base. We're in the top of the ninth. The Owls still leading 12-7 over the Brewers, pardon me. Smith at the plate right now for the Owls. Tonight with a single and a RBI, unearned RBI, I guess you'd call it.
And then another swing and a miss. Fastball outside, and
Stantrell Smith strikes out swinging. So that's one out now for the Owls here in the top of the ninth. Now coming up to bat, back at the top of the lineup, Heinley Stacia, the shortstop. Stacia tonight, three singles and a walk and a
stolen base. Couple runs.
Here comes his 0-0 pitch, way inside, past the ball, and that is ball one.
That one's fastball inside.
I'd call that a wild pitch.
It would be a wild pitch.
Okay.
Stantrell Smith, he struck out just a second ago. He really doesn't have anything to be ashamed of tonight. He had a double and a single, RBI and a run scored, so he participated pretty well.
The 1-0 pitch is outside, breaking into the dirt there, ball two for Stacia. Well, 2-0 is the count. No runners on base. One out. Here comes the next pitch to Stacia, the 2-0 pitch. And this time it's inside, fastball, ball three.
Does not catch the corner of the plate.
Good.
I think that was pretty much the same location Mike Heat was hitting against right-handed batters.
Right.
Stacia at the plate left-handed here. Looks a little bit different. That was the ball.
There's the 3-0 pitch, and it just catches the outside corner, curving outside. Stacia got up to get ready to run, almost ready to throw his bat, but strike one. There's a 3-1 pitch.
That's definitely a ball. And that one,
way inside.
Now a walk.
Stacia had to twist for that one. So ball four, and Stacia gets walked.
Second walk of the night for Stacia. Fifth time on base.
Now a runner on first with one out. Coming up to bat, number 15, Bradley Kuhn, the left fielder. Let's see, what is Kuhn tonight? A couple
single, hit by pitch. There was a ground out in there, but
we won't talk about that part.
He's doing pretty darn good.
Yeah.
Scored a couple runs.
What? He's 3 for 4. Here comes his 0-0 pitch. High pop fly on the right field center. Right fielder Caton get underneath it, and instead center fielder Fermate makes the catch out there in right center. And that's 2 outs now for the Owls. Stacia tagging back there on first base. So runner still on first. 2 outs for the Owls here in the top of the ninth. We still lead 12-7 over the Brewers. And coming up to bat now for the Owls, number 24, Mark Trumbo, the first baseman.
Trumbo's been pretty good tonight, too.
Yeah, what has he got?
Double,
Tell me
single.
the story.
Well, once upon a time, in his second at bat, he roped a double. He's got a couple runs scored, 2 runs scored, and an RBI tonight. That one roped out to left center. That's going to drop.
Holy cow. Just hits the top of the fence out there. Stacia rounding to third. Stacia coming home. Trumbo going to second. And Stacia with a run scored in. No throw to home. So Trumbo with another double on tonight. That is 14. Doubles.
That's his 14th double.
Is it his 14th double? No, it's not.
Season. That's right.
No, his 8th. No. You're right. 14th double. Good gracious. And his 14th RBI.
As he drives one in there, Stacia scores for the 3rd time tonight.
Wow.
And the pattern continues.
So
runner scored in every inning except for the 2nd inning. As Dallas Morris now comes to the plate for the Owls.
Morris coming up here with 2 outs and a runner on second. Top of the 9th inning. Owls now leading 13-7 over the Brewers.
Morris 4 for 5 on the night. 3 singles and a double. Driven in 2. Scored twice himself.
His 0-0 pitch is a high inside fastball. And he holds back on it for ball 1. 1-0 count, 2 outs. Runner on second on base. Runner on second over there. That's Trumbo with his double.
I think at this point the Brewers just leave Gene out there. I'm sorry, Laureano. And he's going to finish out this game one way or the other. That one a curveball on the outside, but ball 2.
2-0 is the count. Moore's still at the plate here. Moore's having a good night as well, with a couple singles and a double. Here comes a 2-0 pitch. Checks his swing for an outside curveball, ball 3.
And Ángel Sálome, the catcher, is going to go out and talk to Alfredo. Hey, man, I know you're trying to hit these corners, but you're not yet. It's 3 balls, no strikes. He might be talking about the high fastball that was giving Dallas trouble his last at bat.
I thought you were going to say high fashion.
You know, Dallas is not a victim of high fashion.
No.
He's very good fashion, actually.
Yeah. 3-0 is the count. Runner on second. Here comes the pitch to Morris. That one gets an outside corner curveball, ball, strike 1.
Now 3-1 the count to Morris.
Morris came in the game batting .311. Now has 11 doubles on the season, yeah. Here comes Morris's 3-1 pitch. Gets a hold of it, but fouls over the left field wall. And strike 2 for Morris.
So now 3-2 the count. Even though he's got the 2 strikes on him now, it's still hard for the pitcher after being down 3-0.
Right.
But that high fastball would be a tempting call to make right now to try to strike him out.
Right.
Morris has 21 strikeouts on the season, as opposed to 5 walks.
And none tonight, though. Here's a 3-2 pitch.
Ooh.
That one gets them outside fastball in the corner, strike 3, and Morris strikes out swinging. That's the third out. That ends the top of the ninth. The Owls still leading 13-7 over the Brewers. Come on back for the bottom after this.
I'm here with Alex Nibley and Amanda Pettingill, an instructor and a student from Amber's Battle, the new movie shot at Utah Valley State College. So, Alex, what were your roles on this project?
I wrote the script for Amber's Battle, and I was one of the 2 professors that put together what came to be called the Digital Cinema Boot Camp.
You learn an immense amount, something that you can't be taught in the classroom.
During that time, we produced 2 movies and 1 television show. You know, it's real filmmaking. It's not just kids running around with video cameras.
Amanda, what is it like to be female in this industry?
You are in smaller numbers, but in a way that you can use it to your advantage because women will stick out more.
What is the future for film at UVSC?
UVSC has set its sights on becoming the premier film training institution in Utah, if not the whole Intermountain West, and I think they can become one of the best in the country.
I enjoy working on these productions, and that is why UVSC is my choice.
For teaching film production, UVSC is my choice.
Pioneer Radio and Sports would like to thank the following businesses who are committed to customer service.
This Owlz broadcast is brought to you in part by Pace and Sports and Trophy, Blue Ribbon Quality and Service, by Frederico Landscaping, exceeding your expectations since 1980, by the United States Air Force, Cross into the Blue, by Western States Insurance Agency. Our customers are first class, just like our service, and by Triple T Heating and Cooling, comfort from our family to yours.
1400 K-Star is KSRR Provo.
Spooky music coming back into the bottom of the ninth inning. The last chance for the Brewers to take care of this 6-run deficit. The Owls are leading 13-7 over the Brewers here in the bottom of the ninth. We've had a pitching change out there for the Owls, taking the field. Now pitching for your Orem out, number 34, Tim Madison.
We had y'all prepped for Kevin Lynch coming in. They pulled a fast one on us, and Lynch is still out in the bullpen throwing his little sidearm.
That's crazy.
Definitely Lynch out there, but here we have Madison going to pitch the ninth inning and try to take care of the rest of the work here.
Madison comes from Jacksonville, Florida. He last played with the University of South Florida, drafted this year for the Owls organization. Madison comes in the game, the record of 0-0, 3.0 ERA. 6 innings pitched and 4 strikeouts on the season. So we're in the bottom of the ninth. Owls leading 13-7. Here come the Brewers up to bat. Now batting for the Brewers. Number 53, Ángel Sálome, the catcher out of New York, New York.
And Timmy's got to take care of 3 pretty darn good batters coming up here. Ángel Sálome, then Brendan Caton, and then Mat Gamel.
All right, here comes the 0-0 pitch to Sálome. It bounces on the plate there. Ball 1.
Slider that is very underthrown. We've got some scores for you tonight around the Pioneer League. And that's Billings over Casper 2-1. That one's finished. The next 2 are partial scores as Idaho Falls leads Great Falls 8-7 in the 8th inning.
There's the 1-0 pitch to Sálome, grounder to Dallas Morris at third, and makes the throw to Trumbo at first base and gets the out at first. A hard guy to get out. but now 1 out for the Brewers.
The Ogden Raptors down 3-0 to Missoula in the 9th inning. Missoula's playing them pretty darn good out there. Now Ogden's a very good team.
Right. This is Missoula having a lucky streak, I guess.
Kind of fun.
Or maybe a skill.
There's a chance if Missoula pulls off the win there, then we gain that game back, and we're still 2 down to Ogden.
That's right. Okay, 1 out now for the Brewers, and now stepping up to the plate, number 82, Brendan Caton, the right fielder. His first pitch is outside and low, fastball, ball 1. 1-0 is the count. 1 out. No runners on base. Here comes the next pitch to Caton. This time inside, fastball, ball 2.
We also need a Great Falls to lay down tonight and not get that win. They're down a run in the 9th inning as well. So should Idaho Falls pull that one out, that evens us up with Great Falls again.
There's a 2-0 pitch, and Caton gets a hold of it. Grounder to second baseman Billy Boyer, and makes the toss to Trumbo at first, getting the out at first base. Nice work. Nice reaction time there by Billy Boyer, picking it off the ground. 2 outs now for the Brewers here in the top of the 9th inning.
Down to the last out.
Bottom of the 9th. Their last out to do any damage. And the Owls are leading 13-7 still in the bottom of the 9th here. Batting next for the Brewers, number 63, Mat Gamel.
I have to apologize, that last statement. I got confused between my falls. We want Idaho Falls to lose. They're up a run, and we need Great Falls to make a comeback and take them down.
There's the 0-0 pitch to Gamel. Pass ball inside, ball 1 on the fastball. So 1-0 is the count. No runners on base. Gamel at the plate right now for the Brewers. Their last chance here in the bottom of the 9th with 2 outs against them.
Their only hope. Mat Gamel's been pretty good at getting on base.
True.
2 doubles tonight, a single, drove in 3.
Here's this 1-0 pitch, and the high pop fly on the left field in the warning track. Almost hitting the wall back there. And that is a home run for Mat Gamel. Bouncing off the net over there in left field. That's about 340 feet away. And Mat Gamel comes in with a home run. That is his second on the season.
And 4 RBIs, driving himself in this time.
All right, now
still a 5-run lead for the Owls.
The Owls still leading 13-8 now over the Brewers. Now no runners on base, 2 outs still. And now batting for the Brewers, Stephen Chapman. Nope.
That's Ken Holmberg.
That's Holmberg, I'm sorry.
Pinch hitted for
Yost.
For Septimo a little while ago.
His first pitch catches the outside fastball, strike 1.
The combination of Holmberg and Septimo flied out 4 times to left, all 4 of the combined at bats.
The Holmtimo?
The Holmtimo combination.
Septberg. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Holmberg. That one's way outside, breaking into the dirt there, ball 1. 1-1 is the count, 2 outs. Bottom of the 9th inning, the Owls leading 13-8. Holmberg at the plate right now for the Owls.
Though it would be unlikely for a large comeback here. 5 runs would tie it.
The 1-1 pitch, this time inside corner, curveball, strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
We're 1 pitch away from winning this game here against the Brewers, the 3rd game in a 3-game series.
Could be 3 or 4 pitches away, but, we hope it's just 1 pitch, and that should be good.
The 1-2 pitch.
High
fastball.
Calls down to first to see if the check swing was in time. And it was, so ball 2.
Moles back just in time. 2-2 is the count. 2 outs. No runners on base. Holmberg at the plate right now.
Still have Lynch thrown out there. They might just be doing kind of a little practice session between him and Zeke Zimmerman out there.
There's a 2-2 pitch. Holmberg fighting it off and fouls it over the right field wall. Still strike 2. 2-2 count. 2 outs. No runners on base. Holmberg at the plate. Owls leading 13-8 here in the bottom of the 9th. Madison out there pitching for the Owls.
Oh, I can't wait to get home.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. And that one's out in the left field in the gap, and Kuhn can't get underneath it, and it bounces in the left field along the line there. And looks like Holmberg running into second.
Double.
And a double for Holmberg. That is Holmberg's, 7th double on the season. And now a runner on second base with 2 outs.
A little 2-out rally going on for the Brewers here.
So the Owls still leading 13-8 here in the bottom of the 9th. 2 outs, runner on second, now batting for the Brewers. Ned Yost, the first baseman.
Singled a couple times tonight. He's also walked and lined out to shortstop, so 2 for 3.
Yost, I believe his father is the manager of the Milwaukee Brewers.
So that's why he's in the Brewers.
Exactly. He's the 4th. Nice. Ned Yost, the 4th. All right, here comes the first 0-0 pitch to Yost. Pitcher checking his runner at second and lets it fly. And that was outside and high, ball 1.
Apparently Whipkey thought that bounced out of his glove. He had to take his mask off and look.
But it was in there.
And there you go. Yeah.
Okay.
He caught it. You got it, Whipkey.
1-0 count, 2 out. Runner on second there. Bottom of the ninth. Yost at the plate right now for the Brewers. And here comes his 1-0 pitch. Madison checking the runner at second. Here it comes. Fouls that one back into the backstop there. Strike one.
A lot of these batters for the Brewers have this very open stance. Yost, a very open stance.
Yeah.
And this could be one of the reasons they've had success at the plate, being able to hit the curveball a lot better. It seems that nobody's been able to really take advantage of that and use the outside corner of the plate. Anything on that outside corner, they're going to have a hard time closing that stance and reaching it.
Comes the 1-1 pitch to Yost.
That's the outside corner.
There it is. Catches the outside corner for a curveball. Strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes now to Yost.
Still got a runner on second out there. Owlz leading 13-8 here in the bottom of the ninth. 2 outs. Yost now with a 1-2 count.
The infield just looks bored out there.
They're just like, really relaxed.
All right, let's get through this now. I can't believe how open that stance is.
The 1-2 pitch, grounder, bad hop, up in the air. Morris grabs it, makes the throw to Trumbo at first, and gets the out at first base. That's 3 outs. That ends the game. The Owls winning this one 13-8 over the Brewers, finally winning the first game in this 3-game series. So the Owls are now 1 for 3 in this 3-game series against the Brewers. And come on back for a post-game wrap-up. Final score, 13-8. Favor the Owls. Come on back.
Oh, no. Oh.
Hello, you've reached the Satellite Emergency Service. We've located your position. How can I help you?
Yeah, I spilled my Diet Pepsi. The whole thing spilled out onto the side of the road. It's empty, and I'm still thirsty.
Okay, Miss Harvey, was the Diet Pepsi full or half empty?
I still had at least 3/4 of it left.
Mm-hmm. Are you walking or biking?
Biking.
How familiar are you with the area?
Not very.
You're facing southbound?
Yes.
All right, go 1.3 miles. You'll see a dog chasing a mailman. Take a right. There'll be a gas station with a mini mart on the left-hand side. You'll be able to purchase another Diet Pepsi there.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Is there anything else I can help you with today?
I don't have my wallet on me.
Double check your left pocket. There's some lint and $1 and change.
The Diet Pepsi Satellite Emergency Service provides you with the safety and security no other soft drink can. Subscribe today and enjoy Diet Pepsi wherever you go. Light, crisp, refreshing. Diet Pepsi.
The United States Air Force salutes the athletes competing in today's game. They know in sports, like in life, you have to step up to the challenge to succeed. If you have high aspirations and want to be part of another champion team, join the United States Air Force. You'll receive training in a variety of fields and become part of an elite group of men and women dedicated to the service of this great country. Call 1-800-423-USAF or log on to airforce.com. The United States Air Force. Cross into the blue.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman, our post-game wrap-up party. Thanks for tuning in to the show today. A win for the Owls. The final score 13-8 over the Helena Brewers here in this 3rd game of the 3-game series. Final scores of the night: the Brewers with 8 runs, 16 hits, and 5 errors. Jeez. The Owls with 13 runs, 17 hits, and 2 errors.
The big difference there on those errors. 5 errors to 2 errors. You know, some of those you could argue about whether or not they were errors or not, but Owls getting it done tonight, clearing up the bases, and they're holding their heads high as they're getting over to the clubhouse and cleaning their stuff up, getting ready to go home.
So tonight, a lot of great stuff happening. A double from Mark Trumbo and an RBI, bringing a total...
2 doubles for Trumbo.
2 doubles, that's right. Bringing a total of 13 RBIs for the season. Let's see. For Overstreet, 2 more RBIs in the season. A home run from Billy Boyer, bringing in 2. And the kind of debated RBI from Santrell Smith, but still runs scoring in. And a lot of double plays out there from the Owls.
Yeah, they were good at turning those doubles. Now, the winning pitcher of the night is going to be Tim DeGiorgis, who came in relief after 4 2/3 innings from Jose Arredondo. That takes Tim DeGiorgis' record to 2-1 on the season. The losing pitcher tonight, Robert Woolley, who started the game for the Brewers. They left him in just long enough to give up the home run to Billy Boyer in the 5th inning, so that drops him to 1-2 on the season. And we're going to name the players of the game tonight. I think we're going to give it a tie. Dallas Morris will again be a player of the game, going 4 for 6 tonight, with 2 more RBIs and scoring 2 runs. And I'm going to give a co-player of the game to Billy Boyer for his home run.
I agree.
And even though it was his only time reaching base or doing anything, it was 1 for 5. But the home run with 2 RBIs and scoring a run himself is
breaking up his
good
streak.
Good things, good signs of things to come.
Cool. Well, thanks for tuning in to the Birds of Play with the Wingmen. These Owlz radio broadcasts are brought to you by Ace Mortgage Company, Blue Mountain Insurance, and Marcon Incorporated. My name is Joey Hurley.
And I'm Chris Peterson.
Reminding you never to leave your wingman. Have a good night, everyone.